Hello, everybody.
Hi.
How's it going? Welcome. Just want to say hi. Now it's all up to you now, Jamie.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Kids on Bikes.
Hello. Should we respond? Hi.
Nah.
Hi.
Spooky Cat, you're here. Hi.
Spooky cat.
Yeah.
Welcome, Spooky
I
Cat.
should probably pull up Twitch.
Hello, Cat.
Ooh.
I hear Knights of Silver Moon is streaming. I should follow.
Spurky Kurt.
Well, apparently this is gonna be one of those nights. Get your laughs out now because the witch is back.
You know that's not gonna happen.
There's no witch.
Yeah,
All these
she's a myth.
goofy stories.
There's a perfectly logical explanation for what
Just
happened.
a bunch of kids.
And it could we actually do against supernatural forces?
Right.
That's
Look-
sinking in for Daria right now.
Look,
actually.
guys, I'm just.
Sorry, I
a kid.
misquoted. Is there anything we could do against supernatural forces?
You would have that direct quote written down.
But that's the thing. Is there?
Question mark.
All right, real quick. Say your name, say who you play, and if you got a stream this week, plug it. Let's start with Sonder, because he was gone last week. And Bajan was safe and nothing bad happened to him.
I'm Josh. I play Sonder in our other campaign, and I played Bijan here, a 11-year-old boy who really is into comics, and by his subclass is a loner weirdo.
I forgot that
excited to
had
play.
those as subclasses. I was like,
According to this piece of paper,
I was like, that's just my life.
Poor-
What are you talking
poor
about?
According to this
It's real.
documentation,
It's a real thing.
I'm a weirdo.
and I
Okay,
won't
Jughead.
allow my little brother to be insulted by his character sheet. I am Harriet. I am also Iskra, and on the Game of Santos stream tomorrow. And here I'm Daria Abdin, 16-year-old volleyball phenom, and older sister of Bijan.
Santa Ben, go.
I am Santa Ben. I'm playing Goblin the Goblin. I climb into homes and put presents in your stockings, which are in your drawers. I play
Is that grit,
young.
flight, fight?
It's a little bit of everything. So I roll all my dice and I just add them all together.
Goblin the Goblin hasn't been to my house yet.
Goblin the Goblin. No, Goblin the Goblin stopped there in October. He doesn't have magic as much, so he has to take his time.
He's working on a franchise deal with Amazon drivers. It's a thing.
I just checked my sock drawer. That's why.
Look, man, I'm just one goblin. Okay.
Sorry.
I play Colby. He is a 17-year-old young provider, and dreading whatever happens next.
Why would you dread it? Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's a street judge.
All right, Trevor, take it
Hello,
away.
I am Trevor. I play Rachel Welter, 28-year-old auto mechanic, blue-collar adult. Older sister of the powered character of our party, Jess. And very nervous, very frightened. It is her job as the adult in her mind to fix this weird stuff. So, we'll see how that goes. Good thing there's no witch free.
And you're right, it is your job to solve this stuff.
And only your
We're
job.
just kids.
It is my job.
I'm Dreamy. I am GMing this fun little story, and I also kind of pilot Jess, who in Kids on Bikes is what's called a powered character. And but also each of my players control aspects of her, and I get fun little messages during the game controlling what she does, and I love it. So
I
good.
control her hair. That's it.
Suddenly,
It can't do anything. I can't move it or anything. I just control that
You
it's
just
there.
choose the style.
Yeah.
this turns into like the Dark Crystal. There's like 4 people, and they're all underneath puppeteering.
Mhm.
I control
Exactly
her
that.
7 cravings for hot Cheetos. It's
Mhm.
true.
I thought they were cheese,
And cheese
balls
puffs. Yeah. Cheese puffs. Sorry.
And then Aaron, are you on the screen or off the screen right
No,
now?
I'm on. I'm hanging out here.
Aaron
under the
is
folder
our
underneath you.
Phenom tech director. He hits the button so I don't have to, and I love it.
I'm here to do.
He does a
Love
very
it.
good job.
I'm here to do the
He
music and
does
the sound effects.
the magic musics and the sound effects with his superpowers.
Wow! And speaking of
Where are my
superpowers,
stats?
this is the part where I do cast smoke bomb. So smoke bomb, boosh.
Whoa! How did he do that?
happened?
Where are my
Where did he
Are
go?
my
I'm
stats?
Trying to look for my
astounded.
last D4. I'm using my purple die that you cannot read, but are so pretty.
This is. I should really not keep my stats just on a sticky note on. My
Oh, there it
desk.
is. I
Oh
already
my
found it.
gosh.
Oh wait, no.
Real
I put it
quick
over there.
while Ben looks for his paper.
I found it.
Tomorrow, right here, 7 o'clock, Game of Santos 200th episode.
Oh,
What?
that's right.
It's the long-running D&D campaign run DM'd by Aaron, featuring Daria and Bijan, whichever directions you are on the screen. All the directions. And then Wednesday at 7 on Clickety Clackety Roll to Attackety, you can see me and Trevor DM'd by Ben in another D&D campaign.
And we'll have two of our
Indrid
players
Hunters.
late because reasons.
It's fine.
It's not.
Also,
but
shout out to Cat in chat. They are in the game as well.
cat in the
Spooky
chat.
cat.
Cat in the chat.
The chat.
The updated version for the 21st century. It took me too long to remember what century we're in. This is gonna go great tonight.
Oh boy. Well,
All right. Well, let's shift into spooky mode. So
That's why I'm already in a cemetery. I can just throw myself back
Nice.
there.
I'm gonna go
that's
ahead.
why I'm in a Santa hat because nothing's more terrifying than festivities.
Shall I go ahead
With
and
your
roll the
family.
intro then?
Yeah, let's roll the intro.
Here
Thank you. I
we
always forget the intro. Okay, we're back. Last time on Kids on Bikes, The Witch of Glenwood, the teens decide to go visit the graveyard at night to find the witch's grave because that's a reasonable and safe idea.
All the
That's
kids
what
were
Teens are
doing
known
it.
for making reasonable and safe choices.
Teens always make wise choices.
All the kids were doing it. All 6 of them.
Six of them, yes. Bijan was safe and stayed at home watching movies with Colby's sisters and was very excited to show Kaylee his movie collection, much to Colby's chagrin.
You watch yourself, kid.
I am 11. And
I'm 17.
11-year-old.
He is a sweet, innocent little boy.
We're both minors
We
at this
love him.
point.
We're only 6 years apart. That's insane.
Yeah.
What?
That is what happens when children grow, is that those differences really just kind of compound. They don't really mean as much.
Anyways, so Rachel, who is getting ready for her date the next day, drops Jessica off at home to grab some clothes and makeup because she's in a panic. She has nothing to wear. Colby picks up Jessica, Alex, and Daria go to the cemetery. They, along with Mia and Zach, who are some other teens, meet up at the cemetery, who set off to find the witch's grave that rumor has it, can only be found when you're not looking for it. Along the way, Jessica has a flash to someone who looks just like Colby, but old-fashioned, with mutton chops and a very old-fashioned suit, but doesn't know who it is. She also has a flash as she brushes her hand across a tombstone for someone named... my notes, it's been a long week.
Wiles.
Thank you. Yes, and Miss
Olivia
Wiles. A Miss Adeline Wiles, to be specific,
Same thing.
and who died about 100 years ago. And that name triggered something for Daria and Colby, who remembered seeing that name as a woman who died in a fire 100 years ago.
Yeah.
After finding the witch's grave, something strange happens. What looks to be lightning strikes the tree next to the grave, and thunder rumbles. The tree catches on fire. The chains keeping the witch bound in her grave break. But Colby and Daria, and I think Alex, notice that Jessica appears to be trying to put the fire out, with the implication that she potentially started the fire and not lightning. The kids hear sheriff's sirens, panic and run, not before Colby can grab some bet money that had been placed for the last remaining teen. And they head out in a panic.
I'm gonna give it back.
Everyone has an idea of maybe what to do and is a little concerned that if this really is the witch that has returned, as Colby said, what can you do against something supernatural? Rachel, meanwhile, begins to panic at home with the stress of her upcoming date and the stress of worrying for her sister, sets off to find her and sees a fire truck and the sheriff's sirens outside of not just the sirens, the whole car, what am I saying? Outside of the graveyard, just only the sirens. It's a weird trick. It's
It's
funny.
just floating.
What happened?
Whoa!
Oh my
The sheriff
god.
just ripped the sirens off of his car
Mhm.
and chucked them at the graveyard.
Returns home and finds Jessica there. They have a moment of comforting each other. Jessica terrified as to what has happened and what this means for her.
And Colby is there standing awkwardly.
Oh, yeah.
Before there was much comforting, there was a lot of stress and some yelling.
Yes, Colby and Rachel had a little bit of tension, and both wanting to help take care of Jessica and perhaps in different ways. Colby set off to find the sheriff for help. Well, he didn't name the sheriff. He just said someone he thinks could help. And before we cut away for the evening last week, we cut to the sheriff standing outside the tombstone, the fire now out, making a call to a LaSalle, who, as we know, is the mayor, saying it happened. And if it's who I think it is, the boy can help, and I think the boy is in. That doesn't mean anything suspicious at all. And so, with that,
Yeah, I don't know what that
we
means.
return to our group and start this week's session 4 of Kids on Bikes, A Date
This-
with Destiny.
This week's session of session 4.
Look, man,
Yeah, what's up?
don't make fun of me.
Oh, I will always.
I'll kill Colby.
Okay.
Valid point.
Your character is much more dear to you.
I believe it is a Bruce LaSalle. I think
hope
Iskra was making a joke that I did not
It'll be
understand.
right back in just 1 second. I'm sorry. Say pretty words and things.
Okay, well, I was going to start with Colby, but how's it been, gang? How's your week?
Colby's dead.
Mhm.
I would
Cheese
like
boy is
fire
dead.
to extend wherever
No.
Jess is all the way to Colby.
See, Colby actually got melted in some nachos earlier.
That tree
The
in the
nachos that
cemetery
Khalil
was
can
Colby.
not find. All right, Colby.
Mm-hmm.
Before our evening ended, as the Ab teens were at home, as Rachel and Jessica fell asleep holding on to each other, Colby had
Uh-huh.
someone he wanted to set out to find.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's go find the sheriff, whose last name eludes me always, but his first name is Major.
His last name is Stovall.
I'm just gonna call him Major.
Stovall.
Sheriff Major.
Sheriff.
Or
make
Major Sheriff.
me a brains roll. I want to see how quickly you
Ooh.
find him.
Oof, duh.
And it's going to be a DC.
Ooh. I exploded. Starting off strong today.
We're going to say a DC 6.
Okay, well,
Exploded on public? I don't know if that meets the Twitch
Right
rules
on
and
stream.
regulations.
that
You're
is
always
a 12.
exploding on stream.
That is a 12.
Yeah. You have a pretty good idea of where to find him. I mean, you did hear the sirens heading towards the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
As you start off at the cemetery, he's not there. But you do figure by following logic, something like that, he would probably have to work on a report before he could head home for the evening, even though it's getting close to midnight at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you head to the station.
All right. Yeah. I walk in through the front door. All casual like.
This isn't suspicious at all.
You find him at his desk.
Are you able to just walk into a sheriff's office as
Late
a member?
at night,
In a
I would
small
say
town
yes.
like this?
Normally, yeah, it's a small town. I mean, the jail part's further back. And I mean, normally, someone has to be there at all times because it's also serves as like the temporary jail
Mm-hmm.
before like a more serious offender who would be charged would get shipped off to like the prison.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got your drunk take back there. The secretary who normally greets you if you ever stop by during the daytime is asleep. She has a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm. All right. I guess that's all the justification I need. I'll just walk on back there.
As you kind of enter the door and here's a sound. Somebody there?
Sheriff, it's Colby.
What you doing, Colby? You okay, son?
Do you have a minute to talk?
For you always.
I'll come in and I'll take a seat. Are you superstitious at all?
I mean, I don't know if I'd say superstitious. I'm a little stitious.
That's a terrible joke, Sheriff. Please don't tell that to people. I really hope you don't actually say that in public to people.
I mean, just to my wife, and she rolls her eyes every time.
All right. Well, I guess that works. But no, I don't know if it's like just stuff is getting to me, but I'm starting to see stuff around town, and
Like, what kind of stuff?
like, no, like, and Colby's gonna call back what the girls had said the day prior. I was at the library and like things started rattling and mirrors are fogging up and handprints and stuff and like I don't know, just like things are getting spooky and I don't know if it's just to do with like I mean, you know me, I don't really believe all that stuff about the witch, but I mean it is the anniversary or whatever. Is that because that's not real, is it? Or is it somebody running around town being crazy?
So you've seen things rattling and handprints appearing?
Yeah.
I mean, to put it this way, every small town's got their ghost. Some things just hang on, whether it's a rumor or a ghost. Because I definitely believe in ghosts. I've seen too many things like that. My grandpa used to say my Nana couldn't put her in the ground for nothing, and she'd never give up her kitchen.
You don't think old Terrence would be wandering around, do you?
And I'd send a bitch. No, he's got a special place in hell.
All right. Well, it's been taking a real toll on a friend of mine recently, and I've just, been worrying about her, and we've both been a bit spooked, and I just wasn't sure if, there was anything you knew that we could put our worries to bed.
So you said it's her. This isn't some, veiled attempt at guilt's trying to toy with your conscience.
I mean, I don't know why she would be feeling guilt for me, but
Has friend of yours got a name, or is she just a special friend?
I'm sure she's asked me to keep her name a secret, just in general. And I don't want to betray that trust, and I hope you can appreciate that.
Fair enough. Trust is important as it gets.
Now, I guarantee you nothing illegal has been going on. We've been sticking to the letter of the law, but it's more just, she's been really rattled recently, and I think it's probably for the best if, I try to get some answers.
Can someone let me know what year Titanic came out? I want to see if I can make a joke as the sheriff or not.
1997.
Nice.
Son of a bitch. Here it comes. Hold
Yeah,
on.
That handprint on the fogged up mirror, that's Colby now.
Not like that, sir.
All right.
I promise you, no human hand put that there.
But it
Any
is the
other-
situation you're thinking of.
But I did fuck a ghost, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh my gosh.
No.
Any other kind of strange goings on?
Well, I was trying to find you. I stopped by the cemetery because I heard sirens over that way. What's going on there?
Tree caught on fire. The damnedest thing.
Tree. How?
I mean, the thing is just, some tramp flicking a cigarette. Happens.
Well, that's kind of terrifying. That place is dry as hell.
Telling
Well-
me, I'm glad the fire department got it put out.
Right. I guess the other thing I was kind of wondering about was this group that you're telling me that I'm supposed to go talk to next week.
Mm-hmm.
I know we joked about it being a cult, but I know you wouldn't put me in that. But can you tell me more about it?
Like I said, it's a men's leadership lunch. Some of us get together once a month or so. You encourage each other, try to be upstanding citizens of the community.
Can you tell me who's in it?
Well, there's me. There's the mayor. A couple of other businessmen in town.
And what kind of ways do you guys talk about being upstanding citizens?
We try to help out with fundraising events and do any of my players know about the Freemasons? I definitely should have Googled this. Do they openly
I
put
have
on,
so much information now.
I know what they are.
community events and things?
I went from being in the dark to knowing everything immediately.
I couldn't tell you.
I know there is a lodge in my town, but I couldn't say if they are open. And then
Yeah,
this is not a
that's-
creepy cult. We sponsor.
I imagine it was
Fundraising events.
mostly secret ritual stuff where
Yeah.
they where it's like, yeah, they have rituals. Do you know what they are? They definitely don't let us know.
all right,
Yeah.
let's take a look. See, for everybody wondering, Freemasonry or Masonry refers to fraternal organizations that trace their origins to the local guilds of stonemasons that, from the end of the 13th century, regulated the qualifications of stonemasons and their interactions with authorities and clients. Let's move forward because
Get
that
to the
doesn't
bake
sound.
sales.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some bricks.
We saw it. Blah, blah.
Leadership.
It sounds like a very boring paper company that
Yeah.
sells and distributes
Dunder
paper
Mifflin?
only, and that's all they do.
Here we go. Ritual and symbolism. Freemasonry describes itself as a quote beautiful beautiful system of morality veiled in allegory and illustrated by symbols. The symbolism is mainly, but not exclusively, drawn from the tools of stonemasons: square and the compasses, level, plumb rule, trowel, all that other junk. Yes, that's what's said on Wikipedia.
All right, I'm going to rule for our game that there are like different groups. So there's like junior auxiliary that is kind of like a women's community. It's essentially a sorority for grown-ups, but they do charity events. And the public facing side of this is kind of like the men's version of that.
Okay.
Like they're not out talking about their weird rituals and calling themselves the Freemasons. But you've seen like at like Harvest Festival, like fundraising charity things, they like, help sponsor like the Christmas parade.
Wonderful. Yeah, there's nothing about like occult or weirdness, but
I was more so like, if any community would have like their public facing, we're not a cult side, we, sponsor charity.
Well, there is a section on religious opposition. So, which assert Freemasonry to be an occult and evil power. There it is, right there. Found it.
Yeah, so the sheriff is not going to say,
wow, Sheriff, that sounds golly good.
Let me give you an itemized list of everyone who's involved.
But
there's nothing
here's their
evil
name and
or
address.
weird
Here's
about
their
this.
I
accounting
would say
numbers.
Colby has heard, like, maybe not by name, but definitely like there are these different like community groups that some of like the richer people in town are a part of that sponsor, different like community events and will help out, with like school fundraisers and stuff. But very much like you have not heard like there's in every town there's a rumor that there's
come
like, the
to our bake
Freemasons,
sale
but...
and afterwards we'll summon Satan.
Exactly.
He loves sugar cookies.
They set out all the brownies in like a pentagram.
Oh, that's not sugar. That's the ashes from hell.
And brown sugar.
And brown sugar. Also ashes from hell.
All right, so
Just
yeah,
left
so
him in the
Colby
fire
is
a
kind
little.
of like is aware of some of this, like that there are some kind of like leadership groups.
Okay. All right, Chip. I guess I'm just, trying to figure out what to prepare and how to present myself.
I mean, just maybe just a nicer shirt, but nothing too fancy. It's not like you got to throw on a suit or anything. It's just a lunch, just a kind of a chance to welcome in, potential new members like yourself. Just kind of shooting the shit a little bit.
All right. And there going to be any other kids my age there?
There might be one or two potential new members.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm sorry. I still just have that witch legend on my mind, which is just so funny, I guess.
Now, Colby, you weren't messing around in the cemetery tonight, were you?
No.
I know what the teens like to go try to find her.
Do I seem like the kind of team that would like to do that?
No, you're too responsible for that.
Actually,
Actually, make a...
damn it!
Have we... make a charm check.
All right, fine.
I believe flight is for resisting
Yeah,
don't do this to
for
me.
lies, and charm
But
is for...
I'm gonna say it should
Yeah.
be
You can argue
charm
for
because
yourself.
I'm
Yes,
just
you can argue for yourself
so
how you would
damn
like
charming to
to...
the sheriff, man.
Yes, but if
Cool,
you would like
okay,
to
awesome.
argue
And
other...
I recall that because flight is my biggest stat.
Yes, well, flight would be my worst stat, so would not.
Colby's like,
us.
you shut your mouth.
You shut your mouth, Daria, wherever you are.
DC 6.
Alrighty. Nice. That is exactly a 6.
Okay.
I want
feel
you to
pretty
succeed
confident
because
that-
I don't want to get found out either. So.
And Colby is in jail. Everyone is dead. The end.
I'm not
You're pretty
dead.
confident that he believes you.
Why do you assume everyone dies when you go to jail? The world doesn't revolve around you, Colby.
Shut up, Rachel's voice, wherever you are.
Tossing in my sleep.
Curled up around your sister, protecting her.
Now Colby's just crazy, screaming at the voices around him.
You sure you're okay, Colby?
Like I said, just spooked.
Spook.
Spooping. I'm spooked. It's a new word I'm trying out. It's like not entirely spooky, but it's like a little bit and like a little bit silly. It's spoopy. You think
Nah,
it'll
it's
catch
not
on?
gonna catch
Sheriff?
on. Nah.
I don't know, Sheriff. I think it's gonna work. Um, this is a weird question though. What do you know who put those chains on there originally? Is that like just something that like was it for show or
I mean, the people back then after the fire genuinely believed that she was gonna come back. She had enough power to burn down the whole town.
but I mean like
I mean,
chains are gonna rot away and fall apart over time anyway. Like
have you seen the chains? They've been swapped out once or twice in the past 100 years. But
So
they
people-
genuinely believe that if they broke, she could come out of her grave again. You know, it's a wonder that she even got buried in the cemetery in the first place. I think if
Yeah.
I was back there, I probably wouldn't have let her on the ground like that.
Yeah, that seems a little counterintuitive if they're afraid this woman's going to send them all to hell that you'd put them in a cemetery.
I said there's some damn preacher. Sorry, probably shouldn't have said that about a man of the Lord who fought to get her buried the right way.
That man have a name? I mean, if he didn't have a name, I feel sorry for him, but
Let's see. Give me just a second.
was his name actually Donald Sutherland? Did we read that? John Normalman. Definitely not three
Normalman.
raccoons in a trench coat.
I can't remember. I can't remember his name, but he was pastor of the First Baptist Church.
Mhm. All right.
You do remember because again, you got a 20 plus on that research in the library.
Yeah.
That was where the fire stopped.
Mm,
The fire did not take out the church.
mm. It was a man of the Lord. Alrighty. Well, thank you, Sheriff, for just letting me come talk to you about weirdness. One other thing, we should probably check out the area where we left him.
You think someone's been digging around over there?
Well, you know, I was with some friends tonight, and they said, "Hey, we need to go hang out," and they wanted to go right over there. So, I think
Yeah, not doing anything illegal, are you? I'm not gonna go find, an empty pack of bud over there.
no. I mean, it was more of someone's having a panic attack as we're driving around, and they want a place to cool down.
No friend of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll go give it a look-see this weekend.
All right.
Make sure
mean,
no one's
even-
been poking around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even just moving it, that'd be good.
Deep in the kudzu, I don't know if there's that much left to move at this point. What
That's
critters and whatnot over there.
That's true. All right. Well, again, thank you for everything.
Can I ask you real quick, how many months has it been since then? Since that event? I don't think we established that.
I think it's been about 3.
Months?
Mhm.
Okay. You're gonna make me Google weird things like decomposition now.
I know. What do you expect from me?
What's this in your
And-
Google
And just
history
add
search? Decomposition.
5E. Have you
The
seen the
thing-
meme that's like your FBI agent's like, what the fuck? 5E.
5E.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
okay.
The thing that I'm more excited about is the rest of the group being like, "What?
Love being cryptic.
Love being cryptic. It's my favorite thing in games." Thank you, Kat. Well, it's not winter; it's fall. So
Yeah, so this would have been over the summer in Mississippi.
And
So
creatures go rom, rom,
in the kudzu,
Mhm.
they're real nasty at this point.
Mhm.
What's that quote from the mummy? He's still juicy.
Mm. Oh, don't like that.
All right. Anything else you want to
Nah, I think we'll leave it be. All right. Well, thank you, Sheriff. Have a great night. I'm gonna head home.
All right, Colby, be safe, okay?
I will try for sure.
Hey,
And I'll get the hell out of there.
well, I'll see you Saturday, and after that, you better be going to that homecoming dance.
Who would I be going with?
I don't know, maybe that friend you're talking about?
I don't think she thinks of me like that.
Well, it never hurts to ask.
I guess so, but
I had to ask my wife 5 or 6 times before she finally said yes.
that feels like you should take no for an answer. Sorry, Sheriff. Just seems like don't force somebody into something.
I mean, we've been married for 15 years now, so.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. Just be careful. Watch your back. All right, and I guess I'll go then. I'll get the hell out of there.
All right. And so, Daria, is there anything you want to do before going to sleep that night? Are y'all ready to move to Sunday?
I mean, just Alex and I sneak back into her house and.
Oh, that's right. You
sleep.
stayed at Alex's.
And I pick up my sisters and go home. And I give
Oh.
Bijan just the death stare as I.
Oh, they are all asleep in cute little pallets in the living room floor. Because you never really
Well-
established when you were going to pick them back up. And it's
That's
now
true.
like midnight.
I guess I'll probably then just save it for the next day then. If they're safe and people are asleep, I don't want to be like, hey, I'm here, get in the car.
So you're going to let them stay the night?
Yeah.
Then
Alright.
Bijan would have introduced them to like some Persian snacks, I imagine.
Mhm. Yeah, Lily's definitely like, she'll try it to be polite because she was taught to like never turn anything down, but
Mhm.
definitely has that look of like, I'm doing
I'm
this
gonna
to be
give her-
polite. And Kaylee's just kind of like, oh no, this is kind of cool.
I'm gonna give her this
Do the
thing
fruit by the
called
foot.
Lokma. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so there's this like thing that they have that's basically it's made with like a tart cherry or there's another fruit that they normally use. What's it called?
Yeah, it's called Lavashak. But
Yeah.
the other berry is called Sereshk.
There we go. So it kind of looks like fruit by the foot. It's this long, like giant strand of fruit by the foot, like a rectangle sized. So like tear off a piece of that and give that to the sister. And then I imagine we probably have baklava. We may also have lokma. And I'll tell her that the lokma is more like a crispy donut hole.
No, that is something that Lily doesn't pretend to like because she actually enjoys that. And all of
Okay.
these, Kaylee's been like kind of excited to try.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and that'll be it. We'll play video games and read and hang out.
I would
Learn
say that
Pokemon.
if Bijan was more perceptive, but definitely with Kaylee and Lily over, he's not at this point. The parents are in the kitchen, like having a conversation because again, it was not established as to when Colby was coming back for
Right.
his sisters. They are vaguely aware of the family circumstances because everyone in town kind of knows about his family and what happened and how the stepdad left, and his mom hasn't been the same since her accident. And so it's a little bit of that like parental concern, but also knowing that like they're going to take care of these girls.
Yeah.
That, maybe it would have been preferable to like ask if some kids could spend the night, but they're not going to, kick them out. And in this age of like cell phones and stuff, what can you do?
Right.
So,
So, do you think that our parents are wealthy enough that we got a PlayStation 2 the year it came out. Because
That
he
would
could be
make
playing
sense.
some Crash Bandicoot or Frogger right now.
Right.
Well, Crash Bandicoot's PlayStation 1. You definitely could play that.
We probably have a GameCube.
Oh yeah, so Jack and Daxter then. That was a PlayStation
Yeah.
2 launch game.
What? Oh god, what was launched like before 2000 in GameCube?
Smash Bros? Was that before that? Smash
Yeah,
Bros Melee?
GameCube games.
Is Bijan just
Tearing apart
2001
the
the baker?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
Smash
have a
Bros. Melee?
GameCube. We can
Fox
have a
main.
PS2, but GameCube doesn't exist.
I was gonna say, I was like, because I had a GameCube and I remember it. I felt like I was
Yeah,
later.
I was like, I feel like they're a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It was like right at 2000.
Ugh, what is
Or maybe
time?
we got
One.
unlucky and we own a Dreamcast, which is about to
Nintendo
cease to
60,
exist.
right?
Yep,
The Dreamcast is
Yeah.
going to be big.
definitely had a Dreamcast.
When did GameCube come out?
2001.
2000. Oh wow.
Oh, and a few months too
Okay.
early.
What the heck? Okay, I remember having like a Sega when I was that age and Nintendo 64.
You had a
Like Game Boy kinda.
It was the GameCube beta. It was like the tester. You had the prototype.
Mhm. And then Bijan, I would feel like, I think we looked it up. You could have had a Game Boy Color and you could have played.
Yeah,
I forget which
Pokemon.
Pokemon. I looked at the specific
Red.
Pokemon game that Bijan
Blue
could
and
have
red
had
and
on
yellow.
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They got to America in 96, because that's when I did.
You
it
got to
probably would have
America
been
in
red
96.
or yellow that I would have got them because I had both red and yellow.
Let me check when Gold, Silver, and Crystal came out.
Right. there was a special
Aaron.
McDonald's.
You might have Gold, Silver, and Crystal in 99.
Yeah, maybe. There was a Pikachu GameCube. There's a Pikachu Game Boy Color that came out through McDonald's, and if you were like lucky enough to have basically gotten like the golden ticket, they would just give you this Pikachu Game Boy Color. My cousin got one through that, so I knew about it then. And then he got a DS and gave me his Pikachu like golden Game Boy Color. That was
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Rachel.
Hmm.
You awake the next day, and for half a second, you forget what day it is. It's just you and Jessica, and you have fallen asleep together on your bed, protecting each other. You're very much like still curled around her, like you did when she was little and she had a nightmare. And you almost feel safe and protective because you've got her here, and that's what matters. And then you get a sinking feeling in the pit of your stomach because you remember what is supposed to happen at 11 o'clock today. You, Rachel, have a date with Lacey Newsom.
She's going to gently try and extricate herself from the embrace and slide away from the edge of the bed to get up.
Rachel is, I mean, gosh, only 50 minutes in this time. Took over an hour last time. Jessica is going to kind of turn over and accidentally smack you in the face, and that's going to like jolt her awake.
Ow.
Sorry.
Good morning.
Morning.
How'd you sleep?
Okay. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to sleep, and then I was asleep, and I didn't have any dreams or anything.
Good.
What about you?
No. Also shocked I did as well. You hungry? And she's gonna go to the kitchen to look for vague breakfast items. She definitely does not have like standard breakfast food.
Mm-hmm. Would you say in the hustle of last night, the Supreme Pizza is definitely like still sitting on the counter?
Oh yeah. It's
Cooked
like
or
de-thawed
cooked
and
or
not
uncooked?
good anymore.
Yeah, like thawed, like, but it never made it into the oven.
hmm
Yeah. You've got like a kind of stale box of Cheerios on top of the fridge.
You want Cheerios?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Gotta get a bowl. She's gonna quickly rinse off a bowl.
It's a Tupperware. Somewhere.
Yep.
Oh,
No, she will rinse out a cup.
Mug. Yeah.
Rinse out a cup.
Hey,
Well, I have a
Rachel,
spoon.
I remember
roll
that.
a
set you up
d4
with-
for me.
For how nasty the cup is.
That is a 3.
Okay, it's 8 a.m. You've got 3 hours before your date.
She will set her up she's going to make Jess a cup of Cheerios, sprinkle some powdered sugar on it, and she's going to pick up the supreme pizza that's de-thawed and probably bad and toss it back into the fridge, into the freezer.
Oh no.
It wasn't that hot. For you?
Yeah, thanks. You're gonna kind of. So,
Did you happen to get any clothes?
yeah, and you notice there's a bag she like dropped right inside the door as she walked in.
Oh,
last
thank
night.
God. She's gonna go and check out the contents.
Did you tell her your date was at 11?
I don't think she did.
What time's your date?
At 11? Thank goodness it was scheduled a bit later in the morning, or I might have missed it.
Rachel, eat some Cheerios, and we've got to start this process. You've got to shower. You've got to shave. You've got to wash your hair.
My hair's fine. She's going to.
You've got
She's going to like
let the
look at it. It's
conditioner
so terrible.
Sit in your hair. Like sit in it.
Fine. And she's going to get up and go to the bathroom. Wait, do you need in here first? This will take
I'm
a
fine.
while.
You go. I'll just turn on the TV.
Okay. And she will go about the long process of reminding herself of the routines that some people have on a normal basis. And doing the like shave, thoroughly washing through her hair, and getting to the point where she's goes to put on makeup and does not have a good array of it.
Oh,
She, like, has
Jessica
this
has brought.
Deep crimson makeup for like lipstick that she never wears.
It does not match
And
your
it's
skin
more
tone
of like a
at all.
joke thing.
Yeah.
She'll
you
pop
come
her head
out-
out like with a towel and be like, "What do you think of this?"
No.
No.
Here, I brought my makeup, and you look, and Jessica has laid out an outfit, like 2 choices onto your bed.
I do not deserve
Oh.
you. And she'll reach over, grab those, and take those back in.
And then you're gonna come out here, and I'm gonna do your makeup.
I know how to put on makeup.
This is me treating you.
If I wasn't more confident in your abilities than mine, I would say no. She's gonna go back in and finish drying off.
Oh no, but this is 2000, so she's gonna like super pluck your eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
While the follicles are still open, and it's gonna be like an ice blue eyeshadow and a really glossy lip.
She will come out all dried off, and
Just
ready
like
for
bronzer
the
all
treatment.
over.
Yeah, very
Oh.
red face. Very nervous.
Oh.
The water was too hot for too long.
No, she's just gonna like and I mean Jessica's still like 17, so your foundation is not gonna match your neck. We're in the era of like Dream Mousse foundation. This is gonna be a little rough, but it's gonna be trendy.
Oh yay.
But there's one
What, are
staple
the
that has
trends
never
good right now,
died.
Jess?
It is the Great Lash mascara in the pink bottle with the green top.
Mm-mm.
Is this what all the kids are wearing? Should I look like a kid right now, Jess? I'm
No, you
already
look-
going to be wearing your clothes.
You look good. You look like a magazine, but like still you. It's a balance.
She'll get up and go look
mean-
into the mirror.
'Cause let's be honest. It's a good thing. You are not Paris Hilton. You're not Nicole
Thank
Richie. So like, just like a smidge, but like you, with like a brush. And I mean that with love. I don't mean that mean.
I hate this. She will go in, check herself in the mirror to see the general color of everything.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Rachel recognizes herself, but Rachel keeps her hair back. Rachel does not do makeup. She works in a very male-dominated industry. She doesn't, one, have the time, or two, has just kind of learned her mask is like, no. For some, makeup is like a mask. It's, an expression, it's an armor. No makeup is Rachel's armor to help her fit in a little better to this male world. And it is a much more feminine Rachel. But Jessica was right. She didn't go over the top. You've definitely seen Jessica in like way more heavy makeup looks.
She's going to slowly come out of the bathroom and be like, "This is so weird." But
Good
I
weird.
think
maybe?
it looks nice.
I mean, you do look really nice.
Thank you.
I mean, she's seen Mechanic You and said yes to the date. So like,
Oh my gosh, I was not in good shape last night either.
she is. I think she's gonna pull part of your hair back so you don't fiddle with it in your face because you're not used to it being down.
And she will take a look at the clothing that was brought for her. Should I put this on first? Is this going? She's going to like hold up the bag and be like, "Is this going to get all over these?"
I would have said you got dressed before the makeup.
What in general would be her options?
Buddy,
Like,
we're
is there
in
one T-shirt with like a
in
flower
the
on it,
era-
like a
oh,
daisy T-shirt?
It's not a T-shirt. We are in the era of low-rise jeans.
This is true.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you've got some. You can pick between low-rise jeans or like a like kind of ruffled skirt.
Ooh, I'm not a skirt woman.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with the jeans.
And then like a cute top. Trying to find a good picture to post and share. I'm so sorry for that nose noise. That was the worst, and I apologize. None of these are quite the right year, but kind of like a floaty top.
Oh,
So nothing like crop top, nothing really tight, because she knows you. And though the jeans are low, the shirt does come down to match it.
all right. I'm gonna trust you on this. This looks good.
It looks good, I promise.
Thank you. Oh, I should not touch things. She's like already smudged the side of her face. Can you fix that? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'll try really hard to not touch.
I promise you look good. You're gonna have fun.
Thank you. You're the best and I don't serve you.
It's not true.
So that now I have to kill an hour and a half.
We probably only have like an hour left at this point.
Yeah.
And I mean, between the shower and the makeup and everything, took a while. She did pluck your eyebrows.
I feel fake. I feel like I'm out of some plastic wrap. Do you normally feel like this?
I mean, I like it. I know it's not exactly you. I try not to do as much as I used to do.
No, I trust you. This is just so it feels so weird. It's so form-fitting. I normally have like that thing. She's going to point to some like huge overalls.
Like coveralls. Yeah.
You feel free in that. Get yourself some baggy pants. I should I eat something? Did you eat?
Yeah, I had the Cheerios, remember?
That's right. What are your plans for the day? Do you need to get somewhere? Should I drop you off anywhere, or are you
I mean,
chilling out here?
I think I'm just gonna stay here. I don't really want to go anywhere. I don't want anything else to happen.
Cool. Well, we've got some of the movies we've rented already. Yeah, I
That
guess,
exactly, Sonder.
Yeah.
I will see you in like.
Take your
we'll say-
time. Take your time.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
well, I'll be back. Thank you.
Not
And
too
she's
soon.
going to lean in, hug her, and give her a kiss on the cheek. Love you,
Mhm.
Jess. Thank you.
You definitely have left a smear of just like
Yeah.
gloss, like heavy gloss.
Oof.
But it helped, like, blot your lips
Mhm.
a little bit.
All right. Catch you later.
Have fun.
See you soon.
Not too soon.
She's going to go out the door and get to the.
Right now.
Yeah, definitely too early. She is. It will not take anywhere near this long to get to where she's going, I imagine. And actually,
the town
she's
is
going
not
to.
that big.
She is going to actually come back in like 2 minutes later, and be
What
like,
what are you doing?
I'm gonna call her real quick. I forgot if I need to pick her up or not.
No, I think you both said you'd meet there at 11.
Am I sure of that?
I can't remember specifically, so I'm going to say
I can't
yes.
either
I'm going
as
to make,
Trevor,
I'm
so
going to make a
justifying
GM
it
call.
as
I'm just going to say, Trevor, you write
It's
down
probably in my
words
notes
verbatim.
somewhere.
How do you not know?
Well,
I'm
Rachel's
gonna
going to go
say-
for that number that was
No
written down.
excuses,
She'll like
Trevor.
tear through some
I'm
bags.
going to say that you established, because you would have, well, you might not have, it was kind of panic date, that she said she would meet you there.
All right, cool. She's going to put the phone down, and we'll be like,
Rachel,
okay, now see you
Take
later.
a breath. Take a breath. Breathe.
Do I get to let it out?
Yeah,
No.
please breathe.
She's
Like,
going to close the door
actually
behind
breathe.
her. And then head off to the Italian
To
place.
Mario's.
Mario's.
Mm-hmm. All right, Daria, what are you doing on Sunday morning?
Waking up. So, I'll change into my extra clothes that I brought since I was spending the night. And is Alex still around?
Yeah.
Is she awake right now?
Yeah. And you've spent the night at Alex's house before. You know there are Pop-Tarts in the kitchen, and Sundays are really casual here in their household.
Yeah, so just get some chill breakfast, I guess. And then, say hi to her parents if they're home. And now that things have cooled down a little bit, talking to just Alex while we're out of earshot of anybody. What should we say about last night, right? Because it's kind of wild. And
Say to who? I'm not talking about that with anybody.
perfect. Okay, good. We're on the same page. Good deal.
I mean, you think me and Zach are gonna say anything?
Well, I mean, they'll
I
probably.
mean, they kind of spent the whole time just sucking each other's faces and running away from the sheriff. So
Well, right. That's the part that I'm worried about, right? So, I mean, neither of them want to be caught, but they might think it's cool to brag about it,
yeah,
or at least mention a rumor that somebody else was there if they feel like, their sheriff is breathing down their necks.
yeah. Do you think they're gonna want to know that, no offense, Colby and Jessica were there too? We're hanging out with them.
Yeah, I mean, they're not really that bad, Alex. But you have a good point.
Not exactly the same social standing.
And Jessica was once.
Yeah, things change though. I mean, we weren't seen around me and Zach for a couple of years, and that changed.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, no, I think you're right. They probably won't say anything.
I mean, I think at most they'll probably brag about going to the witch's grave. It's something everybody like has to do. It's like a rite of passage. But I mean, Zach at most will probably try to brag about, keep it vague so he doesn't get in trouble. But if something about like a fire gets out, brag about like how brave he was or something.
I think if that gets out, then we're probably pretty close to getting caught, so I hope he doesn't.
Yeah.
Try to tell him, maybe I'll try to tell him to clam up at school.
Let's see what happens.
All right. I think I'm gonna get home.
Yeah.
And I'll put my shoes on.
And you see Alex like
Um,
hesitate. So just for you and me, what did we see last night?
I'm still not sure. I mean, I told you about that weird stuff at the library, and sure, it's close. It's the 100-year anniversary of the witch, so someone could be messing with us, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, all we saw was some it was like lightning and thunder.
right, yeah. I figured I'd ask my mom something. Once word gets around, what she thinks it might be.
Yeah.
So I don't know. At this point, I think it's probably nothing.
Yeah.
But I guess we should keep our minds open, right?
Sure. I mean, it was probably nothing. You're right. It's probably just. I mean, it was late at night. We saw what we wanted to see.
Exactly. I mean, we have all heard the legend before, and so we just got in our own heads a little.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that made it, a little more fun, right? So.
Yeah. I mean, we've watched scary movies with each other. We know what can happen.
Yeah. So. We probably didn't see anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Out of character, listening to these two not successfully talk themselves out of having seen something weird is great. So...
Little was accomplished.
I think Alex needs it to be a normal one because, I feel like a little bit of her is weirdos are into the supernatural. And then I don't think she wants to get involved with Jessica and Colby in the situation any more than she has to.
Yeah, and only weirdos are into the show Supernatural.
Yeah, that's 9 seasons or more.
It was 12.
12.
It's a lot of commitment for a series, so
That's a lot of commitment.
but
I can watch maybe the first season, and then it gets to the second season. I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
According to Kat, it's 15.
Thank you, Kat.
Thank
Wow.
you, Kat. You would.
If I ever watch that show, I'm only watching the first 5
I think,
seasons.
I tapped out after season 5.
Season 7. Oh,
It's not still going.
yeah,
is
season
it?
5.
No, it ended. It ended.
Yeah,
All right. Daria, are you going to do anything else? Are you going to head home?
I don't think so. Now that we've settled on just
We didn't see nothing. We
deciding
don't say nothing.
we're just gonna pretend life is normal, then yeah, I'll just get in my car and go home.
Bijan, you wake up on your little pallet, and Kaylee and Lily are still there. You had your friends over.
No one hears my
And-
tapping keyboard though, right? When I do.
No.
No one heard that?
No.
Okay, good.
And no dreams that night, Bajan. After the past two, these are surprisingly uneventful. Colby, what time do you head over to pick up your sisters? It is
ooh.
Sunday. I don't know if you're planning on going to church or anything.
Oh, boy,
Or
we
you maybe
probably
going to skip
should.
this week after all the events of last night. Because you would have gotten home about midnight.
Yeah. No, he is a big part of his church, so we would probably go collect the girls.
You think
And
you'd have
then-
just brought them something to change into there?
Probably.
But because the
Um,
house is pretty close to the church.
Right. So he would have. No, he.
Or the apartment is pretty close to it.
Yeah, he would have brought them clothes. He practically sets out their clothes anyway. Yeah, so we would go pick up the girls first.
Yeah. Dr. Oh no, what's her last name?
Optine Fowler.
Yes, thank you. Mom is gonna answer the door.
I know when you say doctor, you which
Mhm.
one?
I was
That's true.
waiting.
Doctor.
Doctors. Mister.
Dr. Zeptine.
Yes. Dr. Fowler, Aptine Fowler will answer the door. Colby, is everything okay?
I'm so sorry about last night. Things got away from me, and it got late, and I didn't want to bother you all when I was finally done with everything. I promise I'll let you know in the future if stuff like that happens.
Make me a brains check, and this is going to be a low DC. This is just going to be like a 3, but I want to see if you notice something.
All right. That's a 6.
Yeah, it's not very hard to pick up on what she's doing. She's leaning in a little bit, and you're familiar with this enough because you're a mom. She is like sniffing for half a second to make sure there's no like alcohol in your breath or anything.
Oh.
But of course she doesn't smell any. I say your clothes are wrong. Did you change before you came over?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you look presentable. Yeah.
I'd be in church clothes. No, sorry. Some things just happened with some friends last night, and time got away from me. Just had to make sure everybody was safe.
Is everybody okay?
Everybody's okay. Everybody's okay.
I mean, I know we don't know each other very well, but you can always, and I know you know Daria, you can always come to us if you need anything.
I appreciate that, but no, everything is fine. It's all taken care of. There's nothing to worry about.
I mean, the girls, like we said, are always welcome
Yeah.
anytime
And,
you need them to stay. But here, and she'll like kind of lean over to the little table beside the door and write something down on a post-it note.
mhm.
Here's mine and my husband's numbers in case you ever need to get in touch with us.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I should probably get the girls. We're going to be late for church.
Of course, they're over in the kitchen.
Oh, wonderful.
You can come in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Who's
Yeah,
at the door, Mom?
It's Colby.
Oh no.
Lily is gonna rush and just like smash
brother's
into your knees to hug you.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good. We watched movies and we tried new snacks, and
Mhm.
I didn't really like all of the snacks, but I tried them all like you told me always to.
Mm-hmm. And did you say thank you?
Of course, always.
All right. And did you say please?
Yes.
All right. And what do you say to the doctors for keeping you overnight?
Thank you so much for letting us stay. It was a lot of fun getting to stay here.
And where's my other sister?
Yeah, Kaylee's gonna walk up. I mean, she's there too.
I'll look up too.
She's like, yeah, whatever, brother.
Lily definitely is that younger, like, it's not Big Brother and he's here and I love him.
It won't last long. No, it won't. All right, girls. Well, I have some clothes for you. You can go change down in the car and throw up the protectors if need be.
You can change in the bathroom if you need to. It's not a problem.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Girls, I'll be down in the car when you're ready to go. And
Dr. Fowler Abtine is going to stop you at the door. Colby, if you need anything, please just know you've got a safe place here.
Need anything, Cheese Knight, we're here for you. Anytime that you need to have them over, or if you ever want to spend the night and hang out, would be cool too.
this 11-year-old is saying to me.
Uh-huh.
I love Bijan.
Bijan definitely thinks Colby is like the coolest.
All right. Thank you. I'm gonna go.
Oh, did you read all the books that we went to go look at?
Oh yeah, I read every single one of them.
Not like wink at him.
Read every single one of them.
Nice.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But it's just like, yes, child, I am trying to get out of this conversation.
Bijan, make a charm roll, and
Okay.
Colby, make a brains roll unless you want to argue something else to see if you can pick up on what he's trying to get across.
Okay.
Got a 3.
I rolled a 1, but I do have 2 adversity tokens.
Well, this one's
Nice.
not quite a DC. This is more of an opposed roll to kind of see
Well
like.
then, got nothing.
Bijan's cute. And you're like, he's an adorable kid, but I
Yeah,
don't know,
You know,
like,
I'm
what.
a little offset by the fact he keeps calling me Cheese Man.
Good thing.
Before you can head down, your sisters come out of the bathroom. Colby, can you help me with the buckle on my shoe? I can't get it.
All right. He'll run over and buckle the shoe and get her all straightened up and just.
Lily's got like a piece of hair sticking out.
I'll do that thing where like he's actually gonna like curl it up and just like pop it over to the side. So yeah, that works.
No.
It's easier than trying to do the whole thing.
Mhm.
Now it's just a cute little curl. Yeah, he'll pack up the kids, and as they start walking down, he's actually gonna knock on.
Haley's gonna say, bye, Bijan. See you at school tomorrow.
All right, see y'all. Drive safe.
He's gonna knock on Rachel's door, even though Rachel's probably not there.
Yeah. What time would you say it is?
Oh, this would be.
You're a late church kind of.
Yeah, we're probably going to noon mass. So,
Okay.
Yeah, this is a probably like I don't know, 11-ish, 11:15-ish.
Yeah. So
So then
Rachel
would
has left.
Jessica have answered.
Yeah. There's gonna be like a pause where like you could hear someone on the other side of the door, and then she slowly unlocks it, and you think maybe she was checking out the peephole.
Why
Colby?
am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Oh, hey, I was just picking up my sisters. I just wanted to see if you were all right.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just kind of hanging out here. Rachel just left for her date.
Oh, that's fun. So hey, listen, I was wondering, this, I know it's weird with, I checked to see that my sisters are over at the car with like all that stuff, but I was wondering if you wanted to like maybe try to figure out how to control those today. We try to find something. do it in a safe space and get some cheese balls and Slurpees or whatever.
I never really turned down cheese balls and Slurpees, but you sure you want to be around? I mean, you saw what happened in the tree last night.
Well, I didn't get set on fire. Besides, I thought that was just a lightning strike.
Honestly, I don't know what it was.
Well, maybe we figure that out ourselves.
Bring a fire extinguisher. It's your funeral.
All right. There are worse ways to die.
Make me a charm roll.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say a DC 6. Nothing too bad.
Okay. Haha! 7.
Yeah, she kind of smiles a little bit. Like, you can tell she's trying to like keep from smiling quite so big, but she doesn't mind that you knocked on the door.
Cool. Then I'm going to church. I don't know if you go to church.
I mean, I do with my parents. Rachel, not so much. She's
This is,
working a lot, but
I mean, this is a weird ask, but do you want to come? I mean, you can say no.
yeah, I think I'll just stay here. I kind of gave Rachel my good clothes that I brought.
I see. Well,
And you look down, and she's still kind of in like she spent all her time getting Rachel ready, and she's still kind of disheveled from the night before.
all right. Well, how about I come by after church, after I drop off the girls,
Okay,
and then we'll figure something out.
sure.
All right. Well, then I'll see you in like an hour or two.
See you then.
All right. He'll do that thing like, I don't know how to get out of this conversation,
I
but
feel like that is Colby every conversation. Like, crap,
How
how
do
do
I
end a
flee?
conversation? Yeah.
I've said everything I need to say. How do I end
Mhm.
this?
He just kind of like turns around and walks away.
Cool. Just
Be
keep
the
stepping
commander
back.
shepherd. Say I
Cool.
should go, and then like dramatically rotate.
I should go.
And she'll just say, okay, bye. And she's going to close the door. And just for funsies, what Colby does, and she's going to look down and be like, crap. And she is going to go start getting ready. Not quite to the Rachel level, but yeah. She's at
Colby
least going
does-
to shower and put on a fresh shirt.
Good call.
Colby's gonna do that like awkward, like, do I skip or do I walk?
You're going
Do
to
I-
click your heels together.
Not so much the click, but just like there's a little bit too much energy in the step. He's like, yeah.
I'm singing.
Getting in the car.
rain.
And Kaylee's going to go, what was that?
That was the person I was confronting about their farts in class.
Do you like her farts?
Well, that's none of your business. She doesn't talk about her farts like you do.
I don't talk about my farts.
Hmm. Well, adults are okay with talking about their farts.
Why don't you go talk about your farts with her, okay?
I will after church.
Mhm.
But right now, we have some praying to do. And you have to get over this fart thing.
Stop talking about farts. You're so weird.
Lily, do you have any problems with farts?
No.
See? She's already an adult.
Shoots.
No.
Sorry. Toots.
Yeah, Lily's gonna go, Miss dance teacher's name. Where are they? Miss
Mhm.
Banks says that ladies don't fart, they toot. And we're not supposed to talk about potty words like that.
No, trumpets toot. People fart.
No.
Yes.
I think Miss Banks knows what she's talking about.
Well, Miss Banks is a dance teacher, so
And she is beautiful.
I really can't talk considering my degree.
Mrs. Banks.
Her name
Agent
is
Cody.
Emily Banks, the dance teacher, and she is totally dating the swim coach.
Horse. That's.
We established that rumor 2 sessions ago.
I know. It's
Little
just
did we know
so-
that Colby has bias against dance teachers. Wow.
Oh well, that's the worst thing about Colby that we've learned this episode.
Is he loves farts? Talking about him.
He loves Jess's farts.
Just as farts.
Ooh. Anyway, we're gonna go over to Bijan at this point.
I wrote that
Jess's
quote
farts.
down. Do you like her fart?
Kids on Bikes, episode 5. Colby loves Jess's farts.
That's Jess's farts.
Ew, this has gotten weird.
Recap
Bijan.
by
I
Kaylee.
apologize.
I like that this is the running joke with me and my sisters is all we do in the car is just talk about farts.
I feel like you're drawing from experience at this point.
I had a
Bijan.
very interesting child life.
What you doing, Bijan?
After they leave, Bijan is gonna get ready and grab his bike.
I
and
feel
he's
like
gonna go
as
to
you're
his mom.
getting ready
A
to
second
head
bike.
out is when Daria comes back.
A second.
Okay.
bike.
I open the door. It squeaks a little. I guess, Bijan, are you like there in the threshold?
Yeah, I'm probably in the living room at this point.
Where are you going, Beach?
I have a mission. I am gonna go to the library and find. I finished my books. I need to return them, but I'm gonna get new books on. I'll look for Mom on the occult and like spells and charms and curses and stuff.
So wait, but before you do that, actually, would you mind showing me a couple of your comics?
Yeah. Which one?
You mentioned that fire character you talk about sometimes, Fume.
Yeah, Fume. She was an. Let me see. Let me get it. Let me get the comic, and I'll run over to my room, giddy, and bring back.
I take my shoes
Sunder.
off and go into the living room.
Where'd you go?
It's under comic volume, or Game of Santos volume, like what 170 or 183 or something like that. Around then. When was that episode? Further back?
Yeah, it was like 170 something.
Okay.
70s or 60s.
That was the voice of the comic shop owner.
Like a
Yeah, there
little
you go.
thought bubble pops up.
Oh yeah, man, that's
Yeah,
a
I
good
think
scene.
that was
Oh, yeah,
like
man, that's
episode
like
one.
good.
That was like comic. That was issue 175, dude. Totally gnarly.
And then the thought bubble just goes like diffuses.
179. Yeah.
Do comic series even get up to like 175 anymore? They're usually like, oh yeah, we get up to like 40, and then it's like, oh, we're starting over.
Yeah. Game of
Maybe I'm
Santos is very
Showing
successful.
too much of my nerd card.
So I'll flip over to the page where Sonder is talking to Fume, and they're like having this eternal battle. So Fume was an evil follower of this like demon dragon queen, and basically like she had a really bad life and her whole family died, and so she was kind of like the only way to like really give her purpose was to have joined that group, and so I guess she became evil, and that's just how things went. But after meeting the brigade, they kind of helped her like figure out what she may want in life, but it's complicated. her and Sander had a big fight, and she lost her powers. I think some of it was she just kind of realized that she didn't need to follow that demon dragon in order to be strong, you know?
I'm
Oh,
glad
what
you
was-
read comics with such good messages.
Yeah. But what was great is that
It was either
regardless of-
Game of Santos or it was like the 90s, like really dark Batman, and mom and dad
Yeah.
wouldn't allow that.
In person. And the owners of the galaxy.
regardless of what Fume did,
Nobody else. Okay.
um,
That
The
was
brigade-
He-Man. Just the best there you go.
the brigade always gave her the chance to do better. Sander gave her the chance to leave that. So,
And start doing good, huh?
mhm. Is Jessica Fume?
I don't think so, but I mean, if she's still at her sister's apartment, maybe going to see her might cheer her up a little.
Yeah. I think she needs
Poor Jessica.
friends right now. If I were going through this, I'd want to make sure that I wasn't alone in that.
Daria kind of looks a little sideways and down at that statement. It's, well, you know.
But after Fume lost her powers with the evil Dragon Queen, she's kind of just figuring herself out now, and she lives in the floating city. Trying
Heard
to
the
like
floating city's a looker.
the floating city is really cool. She's like this city that's also like a lady that is the city, but she's, and I'll like flip over to a tab. This is what she looks like.
Floating
She's cool,
City's
right?
nothing compared to Sassy Tree.
So she's the city, but she's also her own person, but she controls the city. Her name is Atet.
Really pretty.
She is really pretty, right? Yeah, she's cool. She's learning her own powers too. But yeah, do you want to take the book with you?
I was thinking maybe you could.
With you guys?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, I was gonna go to the library to look for that. Did you want to go with? I was just gonna bike there.
I kind of look and see what my parents are doing right now. Like, what
On a Sunday late morning, they have probably like taken their time. Probably taking time to make tea the right way. Do kind of like a brunch.
I would have usually helped with that, but I guess, I was staying over. So,
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, as you came in, they were definitely like, Daria, is that you? You're back?
and I would have like waved and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not doing anything else. I could go with you to the library. I could give you a ride if you want, even.
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
And then I kind of like call out and make sure that mom and dad know that that's what we're gonna do. It's like, I'm thinking about taking Beach back to the library. He needs some more books.
All right. Yeah, it's fine.
Colby's sisters stayed the night um, last night. And
Yeah, did you have fun?
it was fun. Yeah. Um, I got to show them some of the video games and we talked a little more about Pokemon. But I want to see if I can, with brains, can I kind of infer if Bijan noticed that there's like a weird tension with his parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when Colby came?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make this. I feel like Bijan was still pretty distracted because Kaylee was kind of like hanging out in between Bijan and Colby.
Mhm.
So we're gonna say DC 8.
DC 8. Okay.
Mhm.
I got it too.
Okay, we'll take an
Yeah.
adversity
That's okay.
token. Yeah, you're still talking to Kaylee, and Kaylee came out in a dress, ready for church.
Watch it, kid.
Hold on.
Well, it saves me from having to try to explain adverse family circumstances in
Yeah.
a gentle way
Yeah.
to Bijan.
Yeah, because I don't think Bijan has picked up on any of the circumstances surrounding Colby's family.
Why are
I'll just say it
parents might be
matter-of-factly.
concerned?
hmm Yeah, for Bijan, it was almost just like an extra treat.
Yeah.
You didn't really
They're
ask
like,
like
"Oh,
why.
cool, they stayed late."
Yeah. Yeah, there was a point where it got, 10, 11, where your dad helped make pallets on the floor. And
And I mean, at this point, Daria just, knows that it's because we were sneaking around at night. So.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Great, I'm ready too.
I'll get my backpack for school, take out like any books and stuff, and then put the comic book in there. And any of the comic books that like are pertaining to the Fume series.
Yeah, you pull like the Fume arc.
Yeah, the Fume arc.
You've got like the Fume arc, and you've got like one notebook that's like half full of like doodles and story ideas and like
Mhm.
Sonderman things.
Nice. Yeah.
And with that, we are gonna go on a break for a few minutes.
Yeah!
Cool, cool, cool.
Join
and
us
hug our,
again.
and hug our parents during the break.
Mhm.
Oh, no parents!
We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Oh, hello. I go in now. Bye. Whee!
Bye. Smoke bomb.
Back.
Who was that mysterious man with
What?
luscious hair? Where did he go?
Where did you come from?
Into
Where did
the
you go?
Where did he come from?
Aaron
Good idea.
The
Silterelli.
void.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, so the Aptine siblings have left for the library. Colby's
Not
to
quite.
church, or about to leave the library.
We're just going across the
Oh, that's right. You're gonna go talk
parking
to
lot.
Jessica first. Before we do that, because I know it's gonna make you squirm, Rachel.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes!
Yeah. Woo me. No, you arrive at Mario's way early. Are you
Rachel
gonna
would
sit
like
and-
to have
Oh,
driven
yes.
by to try and find a flower shop and buy a rose very uncomfortably.
Okay.
Wrong messages off the front.
Let's see.
Which makes her
Roll-
just sweat even more because she doesn't know if this is too much.
Roll me a d6. 4 through 6. Flower shop is open. 1 through 3. No flower shops are open, and you got to go run and grab
Oh, yeah, 'cause
something
it's
from like the
Sunday.
front of the Piggly Wiggly.
A one is what?
1 through 3.
A
There are no
Walmart
flower shops open.
There are no flower shops.
Hmm
She says, "Screw
Oh.
it," and just keeps going.
Pick some flowers off the side of the road.
I found a
It would have been.
dandelion.
It would have been too much anyway. Bad idea. Thank you, Fate.
Now, in October, there are still a lot of azaleas blooming. They like to hold on in the warmth.
you some dandelions.
Nope. Fate told me no. That was a bad call. Too much.
You got a 1.
Here's some grass. You look like you
Nice.
like grass.
All right. So you arrive at Mario's. Are you gonna wait in your car? Are you gonna go ahead in? What you gonna do?
She will go ahead in.
All right.
It's like so good.
Is Mario there?
It's a me.
It's a me.
Hey, don't make
Mario.
fun of it. That's the name of our really good Italian restaurant.
It's a me,
here.
the owner of this establishment.
It is
Oh, what's
I,
his
Mario.
name? Luigi.
Luigi, owner of Mario's.
All right.
Uh.
You go ahead and you get a table. And do you let the hostess know that you're waiting on someone and kind of describe Lacey?
Yes.
All right. And at 11 o'clock on the dot, you see. Are you going to face the door or face away from the door?
Face the door.
Okay. At 11 o'clock on the dot, you see Lacey come up and kind of whisper something to the hostess. And she is taken to your table.
She will get up and awkwardly not be sure. Like her brain goes through the like, do I shake her hand? And she will very awkwardly like kind of move her arms as if to indicate, do we hug?
Make me a charm roll. DC 5.
DC 5.
Aaron, can I get more romance in
That's
these
a 5.
strings?
Yeah, she is going to lean into the hug. And we'll hug you back.
Hi. So glad to see you.
Hi, you. I like look.
This this may
Babe,
sound
shut
weird.
up.
My sister did all this. I had nothing else.
She did a good job. You look nice.
You look nice, thank you. And she'll sit down.
Oh my gosh, Taco.
He's right though.
I know you said you kind of wanted to do like a summarized version of the date.
Nope, not
Is
allowed.
there any?
Either,
like
no, either way.
The whole date right now.
I think
The
Taco
summarize was
would
merely
explode
so
otherwise.
I don't take away the session from everyone, but I'm totally comfortable to
Do
go.
it.
I think
The
Taco
entire
would
hour,
be very
wait for the
upset
food.
if you didn't.
So what you ordering? No.
So how's
What
life?
kind-
How are the kids?
I don't have any, as you know.
Oh, that's right.
She will take up the menu and look for fettuccine.
Being that it is an Italian restaurant, they do indeed have fettuccine.
Excellent. And an arbitrary salad so that she thinks I eat healthy.
This is adorable.
Uncooked fettuccine and a salad.
I'd like the fettuccine with Goombas.
With
Did I
Goombas.
hear fettuccine with Goombas?
Yes.
That is.
Fettuccine with those mushrooms that go.
Yeah, Aaron, because it's Sunday, they have a harp player in the lobby.
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like that. That's fancy.
She will order the spinach ravioli.
Mm.
This might be a
Don't
mistake.
see
She's
your
gonna get
call.
spinach in her teeth.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Limited breadsticks. Bread nuts.
So, I do not want to make the audience suffer in my awkwardness.
Oh no,
What
we're here for
kinda-
it. That's why we're here.
Yeah, everyone's like, that's literally the only reason why I came to dinner. Actually, Aaron, no wine because it's a dry county because it's Mississippi. They can't serve liquor here.
Peach
That's the
Bellini's.
devil's juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
The
adults
devil is
don't
in this
drink
chilies.
the devil's juice.
If you know Luigi and you roll high enough, then maybe.
That's true. It is Luigi. He's like, of course there's wine in the back.
But yes, there are breadsticks.
Perfect. Over the course of it, Rachel eats like 3 self-consciously and then sees that is too that she gets super self-conscious about the amount of breadsticks that she is eating.
If she eats a little bit of salad, it should help her feel better
Mhm.
about it.
Largely neglects the salad except for every now and then when she's like, I should probably
Mm-hmm.
show that I
kinda
eat these things.
Oh, salad
Mm.
sounds good right now, actually.
Rachel will ask her a bit about herself. She's newer to the town. Ask her
Mhm.
Where she's from and the family.
Mhm. And she will just kind of let you know what she's from further into the Delta. She moved down here not for any particular reason. It was just somewhere different to go. She's just kind of working and getting settled into the town. She's gonna ask, how long you've been here, about your family.
Oh, I've been here the whole time, so to speak. That's terrible. I don't know if you've ever met Dr. Welter. He's my dad, dentist.
Yeah, I think I've seen him, come through. Like I see a lot of people come through at the store.
Yeah. Also at the school, my mom's a 2nd grade teacher. My sister Jessica actually goes to the high school here.
Mm-hmm. She will tell you that she's got 3 brothers. And that she was the baby, and so there was a lot of like overbearing, overprotective brother in her house growing up. But
Did
that
they
because of
bully
it,
you?
she is a big SEC fan. Having so many brothers and can talk football with the best of them.
You ever play?
A little bit. They're kind of like at like Thanksgiving they let me play, but otherwise it was a lot of, oh, we can't, you're too delicate to play, blah blah blah, I'm a man and you're a girl. Just stupid.
Are they also here?
No, she'll tell you one of them moved to Memphis, one stayed in their hometown, and one moved all the way to Atlanta.
Yeah, my whole family's still here. I actually, you've probably seen me at some point up at the motor company. work on cars. That would explain why I looked so terrible every time I'm at Piggly Wiggly's.
I don't think you look terrible, but yeah, I kind of picked up on that. You worked there.
Must have been the smell of cars.
No, it was actually the patch on your work uniform.
Oh, that would make more sense. Yeah, we're all here, me and the family. She as she's thinking about her family, she like kind of gets lost for a moment and says, not really to Lacey, yeah, sometimes I wonder about leaving to somewhere else for, I don't know, bigger things, but and then she'll remember where she is and just be like, but that's more of a that was nothing.
It's always nice to dream. I mean, that's kind of why I moved away. I didn't really have any, plans or big aspirations or anything, but it's also nice to have family nearby.
Well, I'm always happy to see you at the store.
It's nice to be seen.
Do you like roses? I didn't bring one, but I wanted to. The stores were closed, but I wasn't sure if that was too much.
No, I like roses. Roses are nice. Tulips are actually my favorite flower, but I like roses too.
What color? This is
Pink
definitely
ones.
not going to be a reference to something I get you at some point.
Pink ones.
Pink ones. I really like purple. I don't see too many purple tulips, but that's a good color.
Yeah, sometimes in the spring around, Easter and yeah.
Sorry, I get so nervous. What do you do when you're not at the Piggly Wiggly?
Nothing really yet. Like, I don't know that many people in town. I've caught a movie at the drive-in. It's kind of nice that you still have that here.
Yes.
It's fun. We should maybe go see a movie there sometime.
I would love that. That sounds great. Are there any upcoming ones that you are wanting to see?
I'll have to check the paper and see what's coming up.
Perfect. Do you have any favorites? My sister and I often rent stuff from the Blockbuster. Have you seen Heathers?
I don't think so.
You
I
need
feel
to
like it's
see
still
Heathers.
probably pretty cult at that point.
You need to see Heathers.
Okay. I'll add that to the list. Or we could watch it together sometime.
I would love that. Do you happen to like you a nature person? You like the outdoors?
Yeah. As long as you don't say let's go fishing. My dad is big into fishing.
Oh, I hate fishing.
Okay, it's so boring.
I was thinking more just like walks and nature stuff.
Sure. Yeah.
There are some really pretty sights around here.
Be nice. And then maybe we can go football. Or like I haven't been to any of the football games here. I know it's not like it's not like a big college game or anything, but
my sister's in high school there. Maybe I could get a discount. She is not on the team or the cheer or anything, but yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
When are you free next?
I actually have Friday off. Friday night.
Friday night?
Which Rachel, that is the night of the homecoming game.
That's the night of the homecoming game.
Mm-hmm.
What
So
I
there's,
have,
like,
I usually
parade.
pick up. I usually
There's
hang
like
out
a
with
parade
Jess on
that early
Fridays, right?
evening. Yeah. There's like a parade that early evening and then the game right after.
I actually usually hang out with my sister at that time, but I think that this will work because homecoming's actually coming up. Maybe we could. I'm sure she'll find something to do.
Or, I mean, if you're sure, I don't want to take away your sister time.
No, she'll be fine. Whenever the check comes, Rachel would like to offer to pay.
Okay. Yeah, you told the hostess that like you were meeting someone for a date, so like they would have just brought one check. So yeah, you're gonna grab it. You don't.
It's on me.
Okay.
I'm just real glad you came.
Yeah. Again, like I said, it's nice to be noticed.
I definitely notice you.
She's gonna blush.
Bless to return. Huge.
All right, so as
Yeah.
your date winds up, we are going to cut to Daria and Bijan.
Oh, jeez.
You made
Hope
it,
that was what
Rachel.
you all wanted.
Made it.
Oh, my little gay heart.
I have to go back and read chat real quick. I just looked over and said she's gonna get eaten by the witch.
No.
Well,
I
she
will die
wasn't, but
before
now
that
that was
happens.
in chat.
Sorry, that trope will be reserved for the straights. We have more wit.
Bijan said there will be no gays buried here.
Also, I'll have you know that I have a good brawn and grit score, and I will
There we
die
go.
before
Well,
that
yeah.
happens.
I definitely misheard that at first. I'll have you know I have a good brawn. I was like, what does that have to do with
I have a
anything?
very good brawn.
Look, guys, you can only go straight into the ground. You can't go gay into the ground.
It's true.
Good point.
It's just
Oh,
it's
that's-
not how it works.
All right, Daria and Bijan.
I'd like to
you
see
were
that witch
planning
try.
on. Well, you just might.
I will, undoubtedly.
Again.
An NPC
Dreamy
you care
doesn't
about,
roll
this
dice.
is definitely
she
not in
pulls out her
danger.
pencil and makes notes.
Yeah, 30-second time hop as we're pressing the doorbell, having walked across the parking lot.
It's going to. Hi, it's a D&D with me raid.
Whoa.
You just missed the
Ah.
date.
Hi, Dan, Dan, Dan.
Welcome, welcome,
I'm
friends.
the
Yay.
Dan, man.
All right. It will take a second, almost to the point where you're gonna leave, thinking she's not gonna answer. Maybe she's like went somewhere.
Kind of shrug my
and-
shoulders at Bijan, and I'm just about to
until
say
She
that.
rushes out. Her hair is a little fluffier than normal. Hi. Sorry. I was in the back drying my hair. Sorry.
Don't sweat it. Beach has a comic that he thinks you might like.
And I'll like. So this is Game of Santos, and basically there's a character in here who has fire powers, and I think that. Well, Daria thinks that you could maybe get insight from it, from like her
It's a
powers.
little corny, but there's a lot
Yeah.
of themes of like discovery and, you know, I thought maybe it would
And
lighten
Bards
the
of New
mood a
York.
little.
What the heck? Thanks, friends.
Hi, friends.
Back-to-back raids. Well, golly gee willikers.
Well, now we have to go to the bathroom like we usually do.
I mean, if
Those
we're
are the
gonna
rules.
pretend that it's or start to believe that there's supernatural stuff going on, right? I mean, what could a comic hurt?
Funny enough, Colby's planning on coming by later for power practice.
And kind of look down at Bijan to see his reaction to this.
Okay. Maybe we can put some cans on a wall, and you
Hey,
can
hey, don't steal my shit, man.
you can shoot it with fire, or maybe we can try to light a candle.
Okay. Again, I told Colby you might want to have a fire extinguisher on hand and like some aloe if anyone gets burned, and I don't know what's gonna happen.
I bet I could just wrap ourselves in like aluminum foil would be fine.
I mean, Bijan, you might kind of turn into a baked potato at that point, but
Maybe wool? What protects against? I'll just stand behind a wall.
so do you want to come in?
Yeah.
It's like, we were actually about to go to the library and try to do a little more research.
So this is Rachel's place. Wow.
Have you not been inside?
You've been here, haven't you?
Have I? Oh,
There's
have?
not much to see.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
okay,
think.
okay.
Yeah, everyone came back after the library yesterday.
Oh, okay, shoot. All right, yeah.
That's okay.
What you get for missing, Josh?
Yeah, a whole week.
No, this was 2
2 weeks.
That
sessions
happened
ago.
two ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you get for forgetting, Josh?
and missing a session. Yeah.
She's gonna flip through like the comic you handed her for a second and go, Sonderman?
Yeah. So he's like one of the main characters, and he has water powers, but he also has like the abilities of a dragon through his patron, Bahamut, who's like the dragon of justice and good. But Fume is evil, but you're not evil. And she's not evil anymore. She's just figuring herself out after losing her powers.
Make a charm roll. DC 8.
I got a 4, so I can explode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wait, you only have a D4 for charm?
Oh, yeah, I do. Just a D4.
I just assumed John's the cutest kid and you've got like a 20.
5, and then I can add my adversity, so it's like 7.
8 was the DC.
Dang.
You only
okay.
have 2. All right. So
What's
take one,
adversity
but
do again?
so
Remind
you
me
can
what it-
add them to your score to get up to the DC, or if it's not like a instantaneous situation like running from the cops, and you have time to realistically help someone, you can spend your adversity tokens to help someone else meet their DC. So
Gotcha.
Daria, if you had one you wanted to spend,
I
you
do.
could jump in and you could help Bijan meet that DC if you seem kind of struggling. That is
I
something you
I'm
can do.
struggling.
All right.
Gosh, what could I possibly do in this situation to help him with that? Yeah, and the art's really good. And like, I'll flip to one of the pages that he showed me earlier.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that'll help. Where she like has that
Alright.
heartfelt moment with the
Yeah.
party. Yeah.
Mhm. So is this like a superhero thing?
Yeah.
And she's gonna lean in and go, so Bijan, you want power like Sonderman?
It'd be really cool, but nothing's happened yet.
Bijan, make me maybe a brains roll. DC 9.
Ooh. I only have up to an 8.
Okay. This is like a D8.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll explode.
If I lose the adversity tokens that were spent from
You have to wait and get more back, so like, they're gone.
Okay.
Yeah, you've spent
Dang,
them.
and I just used one.
it.
So I can't help you on this one either.
Well, no, you can't.
8.
I'm gonna say you can't help him on this roll. You got
Gotcha.
8.
Yeah,
All right, explode.
4. So then, yeah.
12.
Well,
Bijan, when she says, "Do you want power like Sonderman?" You've heard that before.
I have the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What does her face look like when she says that?
It looks a little off, but just for half a second. Just for a second.
Bijan will like go white when he realizes that she said what the witch said in the dream. Yeah, but nothing's happened yet. But yeah, cool to have powers. But not if I keep getting nightmares.
Are you having nightmares? And all of what you saw for a second is gone. Now it's just like compassion.
Yeah. I keep seeing this lady. She's she keeps invading my dreams. Like, I was having a dream with Kaylee in it, and she turned into her, the scary lady. And I think that, I don't know, maybe she's the witch.
I don't know if maybe what we've been doing has spooked him a little, or...
Well, I started seeing that since I went to Don't Tell Mom. But I went to the... No, I told my mom already. What am I saying?
You told her about the nightmares. I don't think you told her about the ruins.
Okay. I went off to these ruins on the side of the beach. I think they were the ones that you guys went to. But that place keeps coming up in my dreams with
Daria,
that
I don't know if
lady.
you and Jessica had mentioned being at the ruins specifically, just like the river cleanup. But I feel like at the mention of the ruins, you and Jessica would like look to make eye contact with you over
Yeah, I
Bijan.
do too.
Ruins along the river?
I got sick when I got there, and in the dream, my skin turned yellow and my stomach felt like it was on fire.
I kind of look at Jessica again too, thinking about in the library when I felt extremely ill for a second when everything was going crazy.
Mm-hmm.
See if she picked up on that too.
Yeah, I think, because it was when she grabbed you. I think she would have known that she would have been able to tell that something was happening then.
You're not the witch. You're good. And ever since we met you, I feel like I've started to understand more about what's happening. So I'm glad we met you.
You probably understand more than we do then.
She asked me what you asked me. If I wanted powers like Sonderman.
She's gonna look down for a second. She's gonna start to pick a little piece of skin on the inside of her, like on the edge of her thumbnail. So pick a little hangnail.
So, look, I know we didn't really hang out much before, but, like, if something's messing with my little brother, then I feel like we kind of have to stick together to figure this out.
Yeah. I don't want to hurt anybody. Something is happening to me if I'm getting some kind of powers. Gotta figure out how to use them.
I'm going to go to the library and look up books on like spells and curses and charms and magic. Maybe we can understand it a little better. Maybe protect ourselves. I was thinking there's a character in the book called Kindred, and he's a wizard, and he uses different things to make protection spells, and he can like see people with his orb. We probably can't do that, but I feel like there's
Sean,
we could try it.
I feel like I need to warn you. I don't think folks around here would take too kindly to look into things like spells and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the witch is the bad guy in all the legends.
How did the people back then protect themselves?
I think they set her on fire.
You have
They killed her.
firearms. But
If you do do any research, just I don't know, maybe try not to get too specific.
okay,
And tell her it's for like a book report or like a class project.
for sure, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to.
I don't want anyone looking at you funny.
Yeah. I'm a weirdo. It's fine. Nobody really talks to me too much.
Don't say that about yourself, Beach.
But
yeah.
it doesn't have to just be you, Bijan. Daria's there too. Make me another brains roll. DC 7 this time.
That's a 1.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nothing this time.
Okay. I'll try not to get too much attention. It's a library. There's probably not going to be too many people around.
Yeah, and that's exactly why if you roll in and start asking the librarian about books on magic and spells, maybe just come at it from like a local history angle. Like it's October, you're doing a class project about, just again, I don't want anyone singling you out if weird things keep happening.
Yeah.
Sarah, are you just gonna wait around for Colby, or?
Yeah, I guess I'll stay here and we can wait on you two to come back.
I'm sure it won't take too long.
Yeah.
Can't say I'm super thrilled about going back to the library.
Well, if I do have the weird freaky powers, maybe nothing will happen if I'm not there. I'll help you figure out if it's the building or if it's me.
All right, well, we'll see you in a little while.
Okay. I'll be here. Maybe cleaning up a little bit.
And yeah, you can keep that too, for now.
Okay. And thanks, Bijan. I like the art. The art's really cool.
Right.
All right, Peach. Let's hit the road. We walk over to my car, and I start it up.
Mhm.
Make sure he's buckle.
Yeah,
Do you keep Bijan in the back seat or do you let him up to the front seat?
I'll let him sit in the front if he wants.
You're cool, older sister. Breaking the law by 2 years.
Sheriff pulls her over. Is like, ma'am, what is he doing in the front seat?
Actually, I wonder
He's
when
not
that
cool.
was I wonder when that was made a rule. I don't know.
I thought it was
Oh,
by
the-
weight.
I think
And
that's a
lady,
new
you know
rule,
darn
isn't it?
well that weirdos are not allowed
Mhm.
shotgun.
All right. In
We
this
descend
ever
upon the sheriff. If he ever says that,
evolving
that's the cue.
door of Rachel's apartment, especially when Rachel's not there. Colby,
Yeah.
is there anything you want to act out at church, or are you just ready to?
I don't. Unless something happens at church. No, not really.
No,
Ooh.
Pastor.
Unless the Lord descend upon us.
Pastor Milton will give you a big warm welcome. Ask if you need anything. Ask how you're doing.
Doing all right, I suppose. I appreciate all the food that people have been sending over to us.
That's one of the reasons why we're here.
Well, I know Ma appreciates it, even if she can't rightfully say so herself.
If you ever need me to come by and talk to her or just love her from a distance, we're here for you.
You know, that might not be such a bad idea.
What was the pastor's name? Pastor what?
Pastor Milton is his first name, and his last name is.
Bradley.
Timothy.
There's a little page to slip
Milton
through.
Bradley.
Milton Wells. Sorry, that is not the. It should not be the same last name as the
Okay, well.
other person. If so, that was a coincidence.
Ugh.
No, there's Wiles and
Irredeemable.
Wiles.
Hmm?
Wiles is the name of the person
Wiles.
who died in the fire. Wells is the.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
so I get my
Look, it's hard to come up with real people names. It's a lot
It
easier
It's
to
way
smush
harder to come up
vowels
with people
together
names.
for fantasy.
And then we're
I-
gonna come across another family, and they're all
Yeah.
whales.
No wonder everyone's named John Smith.
Right? The
all
author's
right.
like, fuck if I know. I just call him John.
Well, Pastor, I appreciate you reaching out and helping. I think it might be good if you come visit Mom at some point in the week.
Yeah, well, I'll come stop by.
Well, thank you.
I'll put her on my visiting list.
Wonderful, wonderful. I guess I'm gonna assume that like one of the reasons that I do mow Mr. Freely's yard is because I can leave the girls there. And that's sort of like our deal, so that I
Mhm.
get paid so much. So I'm gonna go drop the girls off at Mr. Freely's house.
Mhm. His
Thank
wife has got a warm plate of cookies ready. And the timing
I was-
would be weird, but she seems to always have warm cookies. Can we
Is
turn down
she
the
the-
music just a smidge?
Is she the witch? Does she know?
She's gonna eat your sisters.
I mean, if she gives me cookies, fine. But
no, she just is that type of older lady that always is, ready for the true Southern visit, and has always got sweet tea and something, baking in the oven, just in case someone pops by for a chat.
wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, I'll drop the girls off, and then I'll head back over to Jessica's. All the while, being like, "What am I doing? Shit, what am I doing? Oh no,
Where are the Baker girls dropped off again? Just so I can have the names.
Mr. Freely's house. Freely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mr. Milton Bradley. And his best friend Hasbro. Do you Hasbro? I Hasbro.
Do you even Hasbro?
Do you Hasbro?
I had, bro.
I had. Oh my God.
Daria Hasbro.
I will have, bro.
I don't have bro. I have sis. I will make my way over to the.
We're ridiculous.
That was so bad. I'm so sorry, everyone watching. I'll head back over to Jessica's house and knock on the door.
She's gonna open it, and she looks a little more put together this time around.
All right. I have changed into probably another set of clothing that I probably keep in the car, so I don't always wear my Sunday best.
Mm-hmm. You have to protect the Sunday best because you really
Mhm.
just got one good Sunday best.
That is why it is the best.
Mm-hmm.
The Sunday one.
The Sunday best. Yeah. Hi.
Hi. So, Daria and Bajan actually stopped by a little bit ago.
All right.
They kind of want to do the same thing as you. Apparently, everyone had the same idea to, power practice today.
Oh, well, I mean, is that something you want to do?
I guess so. Bajan gave me some of his comic books and, talked about being a superhero.
I know Sonderman. I'm more of a fan of like the spin-off series with like the sassy tree. You know, that's my favorite.
And the really hot Eladrin girl. Mm-hmm.
Not so much that one. More so
Boo.
like the cow lady who likes to sleep with everything, and the sassy tree, and the cat lady. But
The really cool
yeah.
cat lady.
Yeah, the cool cat lady. That one, I like that series. That either way. I mean, I guess my question more was: is that something you want to do today, or do you feel pressured into doing this?
Well, I think I set a tree on fire last night. And if I'm supposed to go to school tomorrow, I kind of don't want to set any person on fire.
Right.
So it's probably a good idea
Okay.
before my
Well,
parents expect me back tonight.
All right. Well, we know how long they're going to be, because I guess if we have to wait for them, we don't want to just leave.
Yeah, and they said it wouldn't be too long. They were just going to run to the library and get a few books.
All right. Well, then I guess.
You could come in and we can wait.
Sure.
We could just like turn on the TV and
Right. Okay. He'll go and he'll sit down on the couch, trying to like not.
There's
look
no
at-
couch. You think there's a couch in this tiny room?
what is
There's
there
a
like a
bed.
lazy boy?
Futon?
There's a bed.
Oh, it's just one room.
Oh, I didn't realize this was like a studio.
Yeah.
I was
was
expecting
actually-
like a few smaller rooms.
There's
Oh.
like one or two. We can make it slightly bigger.
Yeah.
You should
I
you
sit-
should have a futon so it can be either a couch or a,
I
a
sit
bed.
on the newspaper in the corner.
We'll go ahead and say it's a slightly larger apartment rather than
Yeah.
a crazy small single. Otherwise, you
I've
couldn't have
definitely been
Jessica over.
picturing like Aaron's apartment, but one bedroom.
I've just been imagining.
I don't
my
know the
bedroom.
size of Aaron's apartment.
Actually, scarily enough, yeah, I've been just imagining my own bedroom exactly, or not my bedroom, my apartment. But yeah, well, I'll sit wherever there is a place to sit down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there is a futon, and that's kind of where Jessica stays. Are you like distinctly on like one end of the futon?
Um,
I don't want to force a character
Practically
choice
sitting
you,
on the
but-
armrest.
no,
Perched.
he'll be trying to act natural.
Okay. She will try to match. So you're a little bit closer in the middle, that as if you both had been like.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I feel like Colby is probably distinctly aware of like where her hand is,
Oh, yeah.
and is like,
Mm-hmm. It is the forbidden touch. I could die from it,
it's the cheese
Ah,
touch.
but it could be such bliss.
Yeah, she is going to try to turn on the TV. There are not a ton of channels. Rachel doesn't pay for cable. So there's like
There's a
there's-
VCR.
There's
Yeah.
PBS.
I mean, she's got a few basic. It's Sunday. There's probably like a football game on.
Mm-hmm.
This is before everyone moves to like premium channels and streaming.
Mm-hmm. I know. I was alive then.
Were you?
I
Yeah.
was actually.
You're not that much younger than I am.
You were alive. You weren't sentient yet.
Just I was.
You could watch some Wishbone reruns on PBS
Yeah.
Kids.
Wishbone and
Zaboomafoo.
Kratz creatures.
I'm sorry, Zaboomafoo.
Free Zaboomafoo. Free
It's great.
Zaboomafoo.
Yeah, I know, but Zaboomafoo is the best.
Yeah.
How about Zoom?
Very quick side note: I
Well,
found out the
that's-
Kratz brothers are still active on like Instagram.
They are still doing
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They did the Wild Kratts for a while.
Ooh, this Santa hat's getting warm.
Santa,
It
where'd he
took all
go?
his hair off.
Where'd he go?
The holiday cheer. What happened?
Oh, no.
It's Easter now.
Ben's heart shrinks 3 sizes.
Oh God!
Anti
thank you-
Grinches.
Oh, thank goodness.
Santa takes his hat off, and not only does he have no hair on the top of his head, but it like pulls his beard off too. And so he's just clean.
And meanwhile, Kaylee's like, he's not real.
Oh boy.
Anyway, yeah, I feel like so like there's a football game on. She's not really watching it, but it's noise.
I'm
and,
also
like,
not watching.
I feel like neither of you really know like what to do or say at this point.
So
I'm gonna have both Jess and Colby make a charm roll. I just kind of want to see what you. I just kind of want to see what you get. To see
Alright.
like how this goes, because I'm not
Okay.
setting like a direct DC. Just kind of want to kind of see the ballpark that it lands in.
okay, it exploded.
All of your dice explode.
Apparently, my
Okay.
dice are like, ooh, romance. Oh my God!
Did it explode again?
Yes.
You're gonna get like a 40
Keep
on
going,
a
keep going,
D4.
keep going.
Okay, that is a 22.
Holy
Dang.
shit! Jessica
Nice.
got an 8 on a D20.
I rolled
Um,
D10s.
Nice.
What the hell?
She
It's gonna be
is.
teenagers making out when Rachel gets home.
Yeah.
We are on
Whoa.
fire. We are hot and heavy.
Because
I need to go find another place.
Oh,
to
Hannah,
stay.
if you're still
No.
here, please let me know. Because Jessica got an 8, which is considerably lower than your 20 what?
2.
22. I think I mean she dated Zach. She's had boys over before, but it's been a while and this is a different person and she's in a different spot in her life. So she's distinctively thinking like she very much knows where your hand is and is like, what do I do? Where do I put my hands? Like, but you somehow remember that weird calmness from last night that you faced things before and you both experienced the graveyard last night. She had grabbed onto your arm when she was afraid, and somehow all of that, rather than make you more nervous, has made you a little more confident in this interaction. And some of that nervousness in this moment begins to fade away.
Okay. I'm sure glad Colby's feeling it. He'll like he'll do the slow slide to just see like what's happening with that
Mm-hmm.
as he moves his hands over and just keeps an eye out.
Because an 8's not terrible. I think it's definitely for a second she's gonna like take her hands and kind of try to like discreetly like wipe her palms
Okay.
before like setting it back down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Because again, an 8's not terrible, but it is not a 22.
It's not 22.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just so damn charming.
You are. You do see her shoulders start to like relax a little bit. It's not that tense. Like I am sitting next to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And-
You're really aware of your breath. You're like, why am I breathing so heavy?
I just realized something.
Yeah, what's up?
I haven't been adding the +1 that's added onto my charm,
Ah.
which would have given me the 8, the 8 that I needed with the
Mhm.
adversity tokens earlier.
Well, yeah, but you
That's
did
okay.
get it because I used
If
an
it's- yeah.
adversity token for
Mhm.
you anyway. But you
Yeah.
know.
Make sure not to miss that next time.
Okay.
But yeah,
Kobe's gonna see her move her hands, like wipe off her hands, and
then she's gonna try to like set it back to where it was.
he's frozen. He's like, oh.
And she's gonna make some comment about the football game.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, at the library.
Meanwhile, in a place where things are not great.
Yeah. I'm gonna let Rachel come back from her date at this point.
Rachel on the way back is definitely feeling very, very happy and is going to go grab some icy and cheese pops. Cheese balls.
Aww. Colby, I feel like with your 22, you have definitely like by this point like relaxed. You were feeling like you're still very conscious of like where she is on the couch, but you're taking up a little more room, not in like a like macho way, but just in like a you are not like this is my space.
Cramped on the subway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lived in New York.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a very
So yeah,
wide
just-
person as well.
Mhm. You're kind of
Um,
just relaxed into the space. Y'all are making a little bit of conversation at this point.
Yeah, he'll let his hand slide all the way over and
Try
very
to like
ca-
fully like
very
hold her hand?
casually. Yeah.
Or just kind of like brush fingertips.
With a 22, he's gonna go for it.
Okay.
And then she sets him on fire.
Well, who controls that aspect? I haven't
Trevor,
gotten any
I-
messages
Her
today.
older sister.
But who controls what happens with the fire that exists?
It does.
I
Because
am
this
cultivating the fire within.
because this is funny to me.
No.
She is going to. You can feel her tense just a slightly, and then allow it. And right as you're like, okay, cool, yeah,
Door.
yes, because it's funny.
Bitch, Trevor.
Hey, Jess.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Make a. I want to see how much of this you notice, or if they can like play it off in a dumb way. Make me a
quick kisser.
brains check.
They'll never expect it.
Brains.
I want to see what you notice as you walk in the door, unless you can argue me something else that you'd rather use.
No, brains. That makes sense.
We're gonna say DC 5.
Ooh. I will use an adversity token to see all that's going on there.
Mhm.
Well, I better get hitting the old
Hey, Jess.
dusty trail.
And Colby.
Yeah.
She will put stuff down on the counter.
Colby is holding Jess's hand. They're not like fully leaning into each other, but Jessica's definitely kind of like leaning that way a little bit. But as you open the door, Jessica's eyes get really big, and Colby, all of a sudden, you feel oh yeah, thanks for the reminder about the rolls. Let's see if this succeeds. Okay. I need the person who sent me the message to I'm just gonna say Sander. Make me
Okay.
2d4.
Trevor.
Yeah.
No, make me a 2d4, and this I'm gonna set this DC fairly low because this does make a lot of sense character-wise. DC. Do this at DC 5 again. Oh yes, that succeeds. Let me double check the other thing.
I love that.
Okay.
It's like, how do I match the music to this? What is this?
And it's a new day, so all of her psychic energy tokens are back. So she's back at 7. Only now she's down to 6. So yes, this is fun. Thank you, Sonder. As the door opens, Rachel, you were processing. Jessica's leaning a little bit into Colby. You feel like he's leaning into her a little too far than you're okay with, but he is definitely holding her hand. He is like very relaxed in how he's sitting. Jessica's eyes get really big, and Colby, you suddenly feel like you're gonna throw up. You've got like this splitting headache out of nowhere, and your skin is starting to turn a little yellow.
Now you do.
Rachel will say, "So who's winning?"
Right, she is. Do I need to roll a grit check to see if I don't throw up?
Yeah, roll me a grit check. I'm gonna say DC, and then to see how long this oh no, everyone froze for me. Okay, there you go. I was worried my internet crashed. And to see like how long these symptoms last. So we're gonna set it at a DC 6.
Shit.
These numbers are made up.
Okay, that is a 7.
Okay, you don't throw up, and you're able to kind of like, you pull your hand away, and you're like, because you definitely have that thought of, oh, this is her big sister who has known to break cars.
She can't break my
That's
car
not
much
an
more,
improvement.
but she could kill me.
She could unfix it.
That's very true. Well,
Hey, you two. Who's winning the game?
The Bruins.
The Bruins.
Mm-hmm.
Bruins are winning.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a
know
great
about
win streak, do
sports.
they?
No.
This is momentous for them.
Right.
And she'll kind of walk into the room and do that kind of thing of like, I definitely saw stuff, but I'm gonna pretend to act casual around it. Not hiding it.
Rachel, how was your date?
Mine was very good. How was She's gonna cut off her question. Yeah. It was very nice. Actually have potential plans for Friday.
Okay, second date, very nice. Yeah,
Was Colby keeping you company over here?
We're waiting on Daria and Bijan to come back.
Wow, everyone's been in my apartment. She's gonna look around and see how messy it is and be like, I should...
You look around and you notice it's picked up. Jessica's picked up.
It is not as bad as I left it. Today is a good day, and I think I'm gonna share that. She's gonna go back into the kitchen area, and she's going to come back with 2 ices and cheese balls. And she will say, I only got 2. I drank about half of one. If either of you, I didn't expect guests, but one of you is welcome to this.
Here, I'll go get a cup. I washed a few, Rachel. Well, the 2 you have. She's gonna kind of like half whisper. I can share mine.
I didn't expect to have a need for more cups.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll share. It's fine. You got me like a large. It's fine.
mhm.
And Colby, did you want any? Again, I didn't get too much. But
If you're offering, I won't say no.
I am.
I will not say no.
Seeing that she has so little silverware, she'll kind of like tear off a paper towel, drape it into his hands, and like pour it into
Oh,
the
I
cup
thought
of
you
his
meant
hands.
the icy.
Yeah, she's just like,
I was like,
Thank you.
No, the cheese balls. She'll like drape a paper towel into the cup of his hands and
It's
just
snack time.
It's so cold.
The icy and then the cheese balls into
I
the icy.
I don't understand what's happening.
and then she'll just take one and throw
And
it.
then she'll take
No.
your hands and push them up onto your face.
Now you'll throw up.
Oh, poor Colby.
Oh man.
No, she will kindly offer the food without pouring it all over you.
Colby does not trust you in this moment at all.
Why not? She will every so often like catch your eye and just smile with a older sibling of a you are dating my younger sibling look of just
Oh, so the look Bajan's been getting this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Very much a smile, but it's the eyes that kind of have a
The smile does not go all the way up.
and I'm watching you smile.
I love all these siblings.
And I'm just like,
So what were you two talking about? And she'll go sit on the edge of her bed with her own like other cup of icy.
we were thinking we could try to practice using the powers so that she would get used to them and not have things happen accidentally.
Oh, Trevor, I missed your message. I do apologize.
That's fine. Something equally good happened.
Oh, okay. I get set on
Okay,
fire.
Okay. Yeah.
Also,
Um,
Colby, you notice that Rachel is way more dressed up than you've ever seen her.
Rachel's wearing makeup.
Yeah.
So it makes the like occasional eye glances even stranger. Because there's like eyeliner and shadow.
Like, yeah, it works, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna die here.
Rachel's the witch.
You know, wait, you were talking about what again?
We were thinking about just going and getting some practice with just controlling things so that she doesn't have any episodes like last week. In the safe.
I
place.
actually had a similar idea.
Oh. Okay.
Is everyone trying to?
Was
You're
that their
gonna-
idea too?
That was their idea apparently as well.
Well, my idea is probably different. I
Alright.
don't know what superhero powers Bijan has mentioned.
I just was saying just practice to know how it feels and control it. I wasn't saying nothing about being a superhero.
Yeah, I think that's more of Bajan's area of expertise. He actually
When
brought
were you
me
gonna
a
go
few
do this?
comic books.
Off in the woods somewhere safe and secluded from sight.
No, when?
Oh,
But good to know that it's not like, at the park.
no, not the park. Oh, there we go. We were gonna go as soon as I got back, but I guess we're waiting on Daria and her brother.
It finally clicked what this. I was like, "Who's letting something play?" It's the TV. Thank you, Aaron.
So, how about them? How about them Bruins that definitely aren't playing on this TV?
Yeah, I'd love to hear more about those Bruins.
Those Bruins, that football team that's definitely playing.
Now, are
Right
either of you
now.
actually watching this game, or should I change it over to something better?
Please change it.
I hope
You
you
can change
have
You can
something else. Sound
you can-
effects.
change it.
Flintstones.
Yeah,
I
she'll
barely
flip
found
over
a
to the
football game
Flintstone.
in 2000.
Thank you for fighting the football thing. That was
Now
kind
find
of sorry to
something better.
disrupt it.
Turn on Dexter's Laboratory.
Rachel doesn't
I-
have Cartoon Network.
Shut your mouth.
Stephen Madden is still hosting.
I'll just flip around, and if we see anything better than the Bruins playing, then we'll stick on that. But otherwise, we'll come back.
It's definitely not the Bruins. Colby was just like, "This is a team. I don't know."
Oh, I'm aware, Colby. She'll say it aloud.
All right. I'm gonna just. Oh, hey! Look at how dusty my shoes are.
So we're gonna cut to the library that's been happening during all of this. Bajan and Daria, you can make it to the library.
So as we go into the library, I'm gonna hold out my hand. Like,
Hand holding, part 3.
cool. He doesn't protest. I'm gonna take his hand.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. He's a little weirdo.
Okay.
He's cool with it.
Then I'm gonna hold my little
What a
brother's hand
cruel-
through the creepy
I've never
hallway
come across a more
because,
unkind
like,
to itself class name. Sorry, I talked over that.
no, it's fine. I don't want to walk through the creepy hallway
Oh yeah,
alone so much,
that one creepy hallway. Yeah.
and I want my little brother to be safe as we walk through the creepy hallway.
Do I
So-
notice maybe like the change in her face or the worry?
Daria, are you trying to hide this any?
Yeah, I mean, I would be. Yeah, I want to.
We're gonna make an opposed roll. So Bajan Brains versus Daria Charm.
Okay,
Um,
I'm pretty charming.
I got a 4. Oh, well, brains. Yeah, 4.
This one. I got a 9.
You don't know it, Bajan.
Dang it!
She keeps it together pretty well.
It's so hard being a kid.
You should go to Chuck E.
I
Cheese.
guess it's easy being a kid because I don't know what's
Can be a
happening.
kid.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, I don't need high rolls to have.
Oh, and I get +3 to rolls from
Ooh.
Persuasion against
Nice.
children.
Oh
so
yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Keep
I'm a
it.
rebellious
And you've
teenager.
had,
Teen, she knows everything.
well, and you're an older sister. You're practiced at like
True.
keeping
Exactly,
things from
yeah.
him.
Yeah, you're good at it.
So, once we get into like the main part of the library, like,
Hmm.
right, let's split up. You start looking for magic stuff. I'm gonna check out some town history. I think between that'll probably be good.
Do we have computers here at this library? Do you think?
Yeah, I would say there's like 1 or 2 computers. We're still like probably in like Ask Jeeves.
Yeah.
Please, it was
Really
ask.com.
Slow.
Just ask.com. Yeah.
And don't worry about what Jessica said. I've got a pretty good idea.
Like this Ask Jeeves was before Ask, so
My
You could put-
bad.
you could put in both, I guess.
I'm gonna try to head to the like herbal uses and medicinal kind of holistics section to see if maybe there's something close to that.
Make me a brains roll to see what you find, and that will determine how well stocked this section of the library is.
An explosion.
Yeah.
Okay.
12.
12. There's more than you think there would be. Somewhere in
Wonder if
between
the
like
librarian is a secret pagan.
gardening
Right.
and almost like myth.
Mhm.
You can piece together some things because there's not like a section in the small town called like occult.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is pre essential oils.
Mhm.
So
True.
but that you just been well informed. But yeah, you can clobber together there's a couple of titles that stand out in your card catalog because card
Yeah, true.
catalogs
There
are
you go.
still physical.
Mhm.
You can find some things kind of in the gardening section, surprisingly. And then Aaron, then a couple of I've forgotten the other section I've even said now. Thanks for distracting me with Hullbob.
The
Oh yeah,
piano
kind of like
keys.
mythology
The piano keys in that remind me of like the start of the Guardian theme in Breath of the Wild. So I hear the and I go, shit. Like it's here.
Yeah, you can get a couple of things that you think individually okay, but collectively when you piece sections together, you can start to kind of formulate what you're looking for.
Okay. Then I will discreetly take those books to get checked out. And I'll
Right.
put one book on top that's like something for me, like how to draw comic book heroes or something.
I'll
sure.
try to meet up with him when he does that, too.
Yeah.
Hopefully having found what I need to find as well.
And you're kind of looking in like the town history section for like specific things. So less of like the microfilm that you were looking at yesterday, now more like books or like written histories.
Yeah, like books that like accounts from the time, different like perspectives
Mhm.
about the witch. If someone's got like, you know, a collection
Yeah,
of
there's-
oral history or something.
Yeah, there's definitely like a the Genealogical Society's put together like a history of like Yazoo County. There's a, you know, like someone has written, it's not like a dense book, but the town is famous for this legend, at least within the
Right.
vicinity. So someone's written up, you know, some accounts, pieced together a couple of like historical records, like the paper mentions the fire, and as well as like the like oral legends.
Yeah,
Because 100 years is not a ton of generations.
I'm sure it was some local author who wrote it, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
check
It's
out
kind
that
of
book.
self-published. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna get on the computer and whatever like early version of Internet Explorer they've got. I'm going to, I guess it's 2000. Chrome's out by then, right?
It was still Internet Explorer, but you know.
But I'm gonna quick Google or search to see, use Yahoo maybe, to see if there is
GeoCities.
like a shop in town or a woman who like has like crystals and like Buddha statues and like that
Yeah.
sort of thing. Like, you
Mhm.
know,
Less than Googling that, because we would still be at Yellow Pages stage pretty heavily, like Yellow Pages and White Pages. You could check out that copy that's in the library,
okay, perfect.
because I feel like personal information has not quite made it to the internet yet. So make me a brains roll. We're gonna say a DC 9 on DC 10 on this, because this is,
Okay.
you could probably lower it a little bit if you ask the librarian, but if you're trying to be very discreet and stick to like, see if like a name stood out or anything, or maybe someone had like a shop and you're like flipping through like the Yellow Pages and the White Pages, it's gonna be a little bit higher.
Yeah, I think that based on the cover story that Daria's gonna try to sell why we're getting these books for,
Mhm.
I probably want to try to conceal this, so I'm not gonna ask the librarian.
Okay.
Breaking the law.
11.
Oh, good job.
Daria has a D12 for brains.
Nice.
Facts.
So you're looking for like,
Her second highest stat after being evasive while speaking,
Nice.
or in person, I guess, physically as well.
you said a person. Were you looking for kind of like a town historian, or more like a witchy lady?
I'm looking for like a witchy lady because
Okay.
I've got the history covered with the book, but
Mhm.
like I can't help but
Um,
remember Bijan talking about the character in Sonderman who uses like rituals. It's like, okay, well, what can it hurt? Maybe we can find someone who can like get some, I don't know, witch thing.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron,
A
she's
wand.
really, really into Stevie Nicks.
Nothing wrong with that.
No. There's a name you come across, and it's not so much like a crystal shop. It's kind of like a palm reading, kind of on the edge of town.
Okay.
Like, she advertises that no one in town really believes in it, because if they did, they would have to admit that some of that, like, I mean, palm reading's the devil's work. There's
Right.
more churches than anything else in this town. But, yeah. You, like, yeah, it's at her, it's the home address, because you kind of know the, like, map. But there
Okay,
is
yeah,
someone
we're,
that, like,
we're
offers
like
palm
slight
readings.
aberrations ourselves, so I figure there must be some other people who don't quite fit in here
Mhm.
too, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, you write down her information on
Okay,
a little
perfect.
scrap piece of paper.
I rip that out and I stick that in the book that I'm
Mhm.
about to check out, and
Yeah.
then head to meet Bijan at the counter.
I'm gonna try to slyly give the books to have them be checked out by the librarian, without trying to warn her of the weird books that I have.
Make me a charm roll. We're gonna say DC 8.
Ooh, okay.
Unless you want to argue a different stat to use.
I was gonna think flight for
Mhm.
kind of like hiding and being stealthy or unassuming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do. Yeah.
Ooh. 5. Because I have a D6. Oh, well, 6. 6, because I have a D6 in that plus a 1. So.
Oh my
no.
gosh. And you don't have any adversity tokens to add?
Didn't I fail one earlier? With.
You just failed one now with
True.
I think you had failed. Or no, was that the one
Oh,
you
yeah, it
used
failed the
with
one with the-
tokens?
you
the
failed
brains
one,
one
and then you also
with
failed
Daria.
one with Jessica. So you've
So I
got
would have
2.
2. Okay, yeah, we'll go
Oh,
do
yeah,
something.
yeah. Okay. So yeah, you kind of are a little unassuming, or a little bit of that like fidgety kid. Especially like as Daria comes up behind you and you start talking, and just kind of keep her distracted enough to. I mean, people check things out in the library, so
Yeah.
you feel pretty good about it. Daria, are you trying to like hide or anything, or you just you've got a book on town lore? Or,
Yeah,
like,
no,
town
I've got a
history?
book on town lore, so I just
Mhm.
put it down.
Yeah, but John, especially with your books coming from these different categories, that if someone were to study them all together, could kind of make those connections. But yeah, you feel like you kind of space them out very particularly, that you feel good about it.
Yeah, if the librarian had started asking questions, I
Yeah.
had something to say, but I won't bust it out unless I absolutely need to. So
All right, you have your books. Are you headed back to Rachel's?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Thank you, Gladys.
It's Jolene, remember?
Ooh. Okay. I need to write that down.
Her name
Because she
is
is important to me.
Jolene Boyte, Boyte.
Oof.
Hey, that was my grandma's maiden name.
No, I meant oof as in calling her Gladys when her name is Jolene.
This is the librarian.
Mhm.
I have a name tag right here.
Wait a second, let me see those books.
Oh no.
Wait a minute.
Jolene Boyte.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Jolene.
Well, sure
Please don't
thing,
steal
sugar.
my man. Is this the Jolene?
I don't know.
It
That
is the
feels-
ones that she was singing about.
Oh man.
Does she have flowing locks of auburn hair and eyes, ivory
I don't
skin and
know.
eyes of emerald green?
That's for you to tell me.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe pay better attention next time you're in the library.
Now there's silver
I'm
locks.
not
of-
there.
Room.
Anyway,
I mean-
getting out of that situation, we just drive on out of this.
I love that I was watching Aaron's face for that.
I like it.
It was glorious, Elvie. You missed a wonderful journey.
I'm gonna grab one of the books once we're in the car and start reading immediately.
So
Which
what's the
one are you
haul?
reading?
I
The
say.
Necronomicon? I don't know what it is.
The Book of the Dead. I'm going to probably the one with the different like spells and charms, or like
How-
a holistic
Are you going for like
protection,
like the plant one or more like the myth? Like
the plant
How
one.
to speak Relayan
Yeah.
for dummies.
okay.
There's got to be a
Yeah.
kid's book called The Book of the Dead, but it's BUKDED. The Book of the Dead.
Book of the
Book of
Alright.
the Dead.
Make me a brains roll DC 7 to see what you can pick up on the ride over.
and it. Yeah, 4.
Okay.
I'll kind of read to
You-
Daria too, as
Mhm.
we're going,
The
explaining things.
beginning seems a little folksy, and you aren't really confident in like what exactly you're looking for. It's home remedies, kind of like it starts off a little like mustard wraps for colds, that type of like folksy herbal things. And you think if you spend a little more time with it, you could start to get into the things that you're looking for past the like home remedy type things. But on the car ride over, I think you've got a little bit of like that nervous energy.
That
You kind
sounds
of-
pretty cool, Bijan, but maybe stop bouncing through it so fast, you know? Like maybe read one whole section.
I'll look for one on stomach aches. I think should be, or maybe one to like calm down anxiety.
At a stop sign, I pull out the note that I wrote down and I set it in the book that he's reading too. Yeah, I looked up someone who might be able to help us with this too.
Ooh. What's the name?
I'm gonna give her an over-the-top name. Her name is Rita DeVoe.
Cool. Okay.
With a name like that, you have to be.
You just have to be.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
She's
not
like
like
a palm reader, does
DEVEAUX.
seances, that sort of thing.
sounds like a Hollywood star. I bet she has like cool, like flowing, like dresses, like Stevie Nicks
I love your imagination. Paige.
sash.
We'll find out when we meet her.
Okay, Rita DeVoe. Yeah, she could probably help us.
Rena DeVoe is the author.
Rita. She is the like town psychic that Daria looked up.
Then I'll see if I can mow some lawns to make money to pay for Rita DeVoe.
I don't think you'll have to worry about that. But the
don't have
thought's
that.
nice.
Maybe I could borrow. Yeah, I guess. I don't. We don't even have a lawnmower, so that wouldn't work. For our
You
Colbys.
have one, but it's in storage at this point as you
Oh,
await
yeah,
your new
'cause-
home to be built.
True.
You are sitting in a car with your older sister right now, you know, like you don't have to raise money for it.
Yeah. I don't know, just want to
Sean's
help.
gonna make a lemonade stand.
There we go.
Let's take the next 3 days to make money with this.
I'm gonna like, you know, hit him in the arm softly. It's like I appreciate what you're trying to do though.
Just, I don't want Jessica to feel alone in this.
That's really sweet of you.
Because the witch is.
I don't think she will.
That's good. Which is scary, and if it's related, then yeah, she needs friends who can help her with that. But I'm gonna keep reading. I'll look for something for stomach aches because that's been bothering me lately, and I don't think it's mom's food because she's pretty good at making dad's favorites.
You just changed the subject. I was almost about to say something to him, but it's perfect. All right, I'll leave it. We'll just keep going. Get to the rest of the characters.
All right, Rachel and Colby. What's going on here? Is there still some of that like awkward, weird tension?
Oh
What you
yeah.
read?
At some point, I feel like Rachel has. Rachel's still in a very upbeat mood, so she's still, despite what she walked in on, feels rather in control of the moment. And she, at some point, will probably ask him, some family stuff. Like at first, starting being like, "How are your sisters doing? What are they up to?"
My sisters are over at Mr. Freely's house.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
They doing well?
Yeah, they're doing all right. You know, they tend to be much more social than I am.
I'm sure you're doing fine.
I'm trying, I guess.
Am I? Rachel's gonna reflect for a moment, and then she'll turn to Jess and be like, "Am I doing that parent thing? How's?" And she'll turn jokingly back to Colby. "How's school?" And then she'll be like, "No, that's."
I mean, I think
Alright.
you're a little bit calmer than mom would be in this situation. So,
Let's hope.
that's a good thing.
Perhaps more interestingly, what was I'm sure if it might come up later. What was your idea?
Just to go out and basically do the same thing of like we work with a bonfire or some cans or try to get ourselves into a situation where we can safely work around any issues that might arise.
With the fire already there?
Well, yeah, she seems to be able to focus and move fire around as well, right?
Rachel's going to sideways look at Jess and say after a moment, "I wasn't aware of that one."
So, gosh, we've spent 4 sessions and I'm on a very small window of time. Friday night, I lit a candle and I wasn't really thinking about it. And looking back now, I guess it means more than I thought. I was just tired. And you know how, like, you see flames dance? But with all of this, that might have been me.
Well, something to work on, I guess. I've only seen you make fire. I don't know how effective this would be, but what I came up with was, in case you tried that, I don't know what muscle you have to flex or whatever makes that happen, but maybe it would be an interesting thing to try, and each time you did that intentionally, you chose something nearby that you would mentally keep safe. Like maybe every time she's going to like get up and walk around real quick. This candle, for example, if you were to shoot fire at this candle or anywhere near it, you have this mental shield around it so that you don't light this candle. And that, I think, I have no idea how this works. Maybe this is a bad idea. But the reason for that, I think, is if you can do this shield concept, where every time you do it, there's something that you know you're keeping safe, we could expand upon that wider and wider and wider, including more and more things. Again, very ambitious. I don't know,
Well,
but
yeah,
eventually to where you are only choosing what you are targeting,
well,
and
to,
everything
to,
else is safe.
To hop on to that, at the axe range, usually we teach people to feel comfortable with the weapon, the sharp object first, before we really try to point the direction that it goes. Usually, it's like, if you're throwing a sharp object at a wall, you're afraid it's going to come back and hurt you. And once you learn that it's very easy to see if it does, and it very rarely does, you're a little bit more comfortable with it to throw it in different ways and point where it goes, and then you have a bit better control over what you're doing.
Sounds like the same thing. I should go to the axe throwing range. I have not taken advantage of that. Could work
Well-
off some stress of the week.
Right,
Maybe
right.
And
could
other
take,
things.
Lacey there for a date.
I don't know if she'd be into that. If she was, sure.
I'm sure they would love you down there.
I've got a pretty good throwing arm.
It's actually more about
Speaking of
body
which,
movement
I
rather
am
than- okay.
Going to change real quick. Get off some of this makeup, which, by the way, Jess, was very effective. Thank you. And I'm going to change into more comfortable clothing so that I don't tear yours. It's just gonna pick up just a shirt from the floor and some of the other clothing and just headed to the bathroom.
All right. Well,
She's gonna poke her head out. Should I keep this on or do?
It
I feel like
what-
it's your choice.
whatever, yeah, whatever you want.
I don't know. She's gonna go back inside.
All right. All right. So I just want to just talk about was that okay that I tried to hold your hand?
Yeah, I'm pretty.
I don't want to like overstep any boundaries or things like that.
I mean, this feels weird to say, but at least I made you sick instead of set you on fire.
Yeah, little victories.
It's training is pretty important.
Well, I feel like once you get at least a handle on it, it might be a little bit easier for you to direct what happens. And
Yeah,
almost it
re-
won't feel like there's a grown man playing a 11-year-old boy that sends secret messages when moments of emotional tension are in control, just to fuck with the emotional tension of the situation. I mean, who would do that, right?
Did you say an 11-year-old?
No, a grown
I
man.
thought you were talking about me.
Mhm.
A grown man playing an
Wait,
11-year-old.
You're describing two situations very similar. I was like, I'm not playing an 11-year-old boy.
Because I didn't see your message fast enough.
Something similar would have happened in the other situation.
Yeah, except it would have hurt a lot more.
You don't know. You don't know what the idea was.
You have control over her firepower.
Yeah,
You would
you
have
don't know
burned
what I
down
would have
your
done with that.
only piece of furniture in the living room.
Yeah.
All right. Was there anything
I-
else you wanted to say in that, Colby?
No. I think we're good as long as all of that's okay. Then I guess we'll just keep on trucking.
I'm gonna say at this point is when Daria and Bijan make their way back from the library. And unless there's anything you two want to get in before we wrap up, I'm gonna say as everyone convenes together for training time.
Ooh.
This is
Training
weird.
time.
Next episode's gonna be fun.
All right,
Was
yeah,
there something you were gonna
we can
say?
pick up where at this moment next time. It's fine.
Okay. Write down any thoughts you have that you want to get out.
Which one of us is gonna
Don't
become
wanna lose.
Zuko?
Rachel's gonna poke her head out and be like, "Do you have a camera, Jess?"
Wait, when did Avatar start playing?
I don't remember if I do. She's gonna.
Oh, here, I'm gonna roll for.
Maybe I have one amongst my stuff here. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm gonna
think
see if she saw
phones do that
like
yet.
like an old Kodak with a few pictures left on it.
Okay.
Okay, she is gonna roll a brains check, and it is gonna be a DC 6.
Avatar didn't come out for another 5 years.
Yeah.
Last Airbender.
I thought it was
She
later.
is gonna use an adversity
Last Airbender?
token
No, that was 2005.
and is going to find like at the top. She's gonna like stand on her tippy toes and like reach on the top of your fridge, and will find a Kodak that you never finished, like a disposable camera.
Yes. And once she gets it, I'm terrified to find what else is on here.
It's your nudes. Get those developed. See how that turns out.
But there are no
Uh,
selfies, so it's just like half a leg and like a shoulder.
Would
Ah,
you
that
mind
shoulder.
taking a picture of this, Jess? Because I need to know and how to replicate this.
Yeah, I mean, I can teach you too, but I'll definitely take your picture.
That also works.
She's gonna wind it up to the next picture and. Mhm.
Thank
Yep.
you. I'm going to develop that, probably throw out most of the other things.
Oh, I can't wait to see what.
I'll let you know if there's
I don't
anything
know. Yeah.
worth seeing on there.
Tasteful bits.
I'm sure there's like
Shoulder.
a car pick or some other thing.
It's probably just all car stuff.
Probably just all car stuff.
Yeah.
And she'll go back into the restroom and thoroughly scrub off her face.
Yeah.
Peel it.
Mulan style, just like one sleeve half, the other sleeve
Right?
There we go.
The
Like
best
how?
makeup remover
Who you
ever.
It was all microfiber.
I will never pass for a perfect bride
Is your sister singing
or a
there?
perfect daughter.
Did you sing a Mulan?
You're from the
All
back.
right.
Who
And that is
that
where
girl I
episode
see?
4 will end. Join us here 7 o'clock tomorrow for Game of Santos to find out what happens next to Sonderman.
Yeah.
Wednesday for
Wednesday. Hold on, let me see if I can put in the right commands for.
Well,
Is
first
it
off,
social or is it SO? LV, if you're here, can you help me out?
Social. It's social.
oh, well, I don't know what I'm doing. So that's Wednesday, and then also Saturday we're trying to do a charity stream extravaganza.
Mm-hmm.
So
On
we'll
Clickety
just be-
Clackety.
Yeah, we'll just be doing a bunch
Roll
of stuff
to
and
attack.
games and stuff, and hopefully we can get some people to donate, and all donations go to Doctors Without Borders.
I figured out how to do the social thing, LV. That's what I was going to get your help with.
So please
But
come by for
also
that.
your presence.
Oh.
And then next Monday, right here at 7 o'clock, for the next session that I've already decided will be called Training Montage.
Push it to the limit.
The next, I love how you almost said next edition. I was like, we have to learn a whole new system now.
Not until next summer. I thought
One
about
kid on
kickstarting
bike.
second edition, but it
I
doesn't
like
not until next
to
summer.
imagine that Rachel has one of those like tiny rectangular windows for a bathroom, and Bijan and I can hear her singing Mulan when we show up.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
It's
And she absolutely is singing this.
I would love if the next edition is Kids on Trikes, and it's basically just like a Rugrats game.
Yes, come hang out with us in Discord.
Who I am.
Oh, yeah, Mulan
All
was
right.
next Monday.
Get out of here, you animals!
Episode 200.
I know. It's so wild.
Exciting.
But yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for the raids from Bards in New York and D&D with me. Love
Yes, thank you,
guys.
friends.
Thank you.
for coming and hanging out.
Very
We will
great.
see you guys for a fun-filled week. We got a lot of stuff coming up, so yeah, should be fun. At end of the year with the next couple of weeks with all of the shenanigans that we've got cooking. But until then, we'll see you tomorrow night, and yeah, have a good one. Bye.